What's up, dudes and dudettes? I'm terrible at like this mixing. I gotta get better at all this shit. What's up, dude? The hype train is going fucking crazy. We're already level 5. Hang on. It's out of control. Pork Sweats, you're an angel. You're a beast. Mr. Abstracto, thank you so much. Andrew Moravny, hell yeah. Cash Crop, I see you. I appreciate you. Fill the gallon of PCP. Wait, is that up yet? Oh, it's up, isn't it? Hang on. Yeah, you see it. Yes. That's pretty cool. I gotta make sure I put that on the proper thing when Trevor gets on here. I know. So that gallon of PCP was made by Rongina, who just went on a fucking crazy gifting thing. So fucking all hail Rongina, my God. Twerk and Maggle, what up? Rongina made that, and it fucking is cool. And so we are slowly fucking doing the PCP thing. Dude, our hype train's at 480. What do we do at 500? You know what I was going to do today on Collective Souls? Again, if you're just getting here, Trevor's on his way. He just texted me, said he's 5 away. He and Sam were shooting this Comedy Central thing all day, so they were working, and it's going to be cutting it close. Okay, this is a prop from a sketch that the network would not let us air, right? Because of the nature of this prop. We just hit our hype train 533. I will honor this hype train I'll wait for Trevor. When Trevor gets here, I'll open the prop and we'll discuss it, and it's pretty fucking cool. What's in the box? What's in the box? Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one. We wanted to do this sketch so bad, and they said no. But it doesn't matter. It's all contained in the prop. You know what I mean? Yes, it's the Obama plate. We've talked about it. We'll get into it. We'll show it off. I'm very excited. I'm excited for Newsboyz, dude. This is let me set the mood lighting in here a little bit. Say hi to Chair. There we go. A little bit dimmer. I like it. A little moody. For it's the dead cat from the Cat Congress sketch. My God, the brain on you. Finally catching this live. Well, welcome. Yeah, man. What a crazy news week. Right? Jesus. It's like every Friday of this month, we get on to do Newsboyz, and it's like you can really only think about like the shit that happened in the last 3 days. I mean, it feels like it was a month ago that Trump got up and walked out of the 60 Minutes interview, right? That was like less than a week ago, dude. It's fucking crazy. Oh my God. You like my glasses? They're cute and they make me look smart. Well, I just love you to pieces. I think I just love you. What martial arts style is your favorite? Dude, I couldn't punch correctly if you paid me to. This is a thrift store. I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. All right, Paratarian, what up, my friend? Can we talk about Cameo? Sure. I don't know what there is to talk about it, but yeah. Muay Thai. What kind of? This looks like just straight up karate. So I don't fucking know, man. This is a thrift. I live in a thrift store. This is a thrift store. How do you feel about the thriller flick High Tension, the French film? I didn't care for it a ton. I should watch it again. Zach, do you like Modest Mouse? Sure. Did you watch Borat 2? Yes, I did. I did watch Borat 2. Did you guys like it? I want to know what chat thinks of Borat 2. Let's do a poll while we're waiting for Trevor to show up. I'm not even going to say what I thought of Borat 2. I just want to know what you guys think. Borat 2? Great? Bad? Meh? Didn't see. Let's fucking get into it. Duration 1 minute. Good. My polls got like jacked the other day. All right, 1 minute. Good. Ali G is better than Borat. I wonder. I kind of agree with you, honestly. Maybe it's just because when he was doing the Ali G show, he was like younger and just throwing fucking fastballs, and no one knew like what he was doing. Or maybe it's because we were all seeing it for the first time, so it was just kind of blowing our minds. But I think I laughed harder at the Ali G show than anything he's done since. Bruno's the shit. Borat is the shit. I love it. I'm a fan. But I think the Ali G show was awesome. You know, Seth Rogen wrote on the Ali G show, which is, I don't know, kind of fun. Dictator was great. I don't think Dictator was great, dude. I think you might be alone on that one. Zach, have you done ketamine? Yes, I have. Dude, I think I've done every drug I know except crystal meth. And I've never done just like straight acid. I think I had acid mixed with some shrooms and some other stuff. But I think that's the only... I never did DMT. Did you K-hole? No, I didn't K-hole. Crack, yep, I did. Zach's in the K-hole. All right. Can't recommend acid enough. I believe you. I have my dad scared me off of acid. I probably told this story, but like my dad, we were watching Easy Rider when I was like 13 years old, and my dad was a maniac, right? The dude was a fucking, he died of cirrhosis. Okay, so he was hardcore. I remember watching Easy Rider, and he never gave me any advice about drugs or alcohol, but he goes, I don't know what drugs you're gonna do in your life, but never do acid. It was the scene where they're bad tripping in the graveyard. He goes, never do acid. And he scared the shit out of me. And I was like, all right, yeah, fuck it, I won't. And now, most of you know this, I'm sober 5.5 years. I don't do anything, but I am curious about acid, for sure. Zach, do you like Foxy Shazam? Don't know it. How much PCP is that? I think we're at around 25K, and this is a guess, so we have to talk to our business manager and get an accurate reading of how much we have. And it's a little complicated. It's kind of hard to keep the graphic accurate. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger so we can look at it in detail. It's a little tricky to make this accurate, right? Because taxes are a whole thing, and then we have to factor in t-shirt sales and YouTube and blah, 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 blah. So don't take this literally today. We're going to get a more accurate thing. Also, I think we found a really cool way to bring this price tag down. So at the moment, this is just a general idea of where we're at, but we're gonna get it. You don't fuck with High Tension? Dude, I haven't seen it in like decades. I'll watch it again. Chill the fuck out, bro. Zach, have you seen Raising Kratos? It's a great documentary about the making of God of War. No, but I was talking about... There were 2 video game docs I watched recently. Not recently, but I watched Indie Game, the movie, which I thought was really good. And then I watched that documentary about the making of For Honor, which I also thought was cool. Teespring sucks. My shirt was garbage after one wash. Are you kidding? That's funny because I've had a lot of people message me and say that their Teespring shirts were fucking awesome, and I'm not making that up. So I'm sorry if you had a bad experience with it. Other people are saying Teespring is bad. Hey guys, if there's a better t-shirt vendor we should be using, message me, tell me. I really don't want to be selling people shitty shirts. That's no good. 24-hour tees? All right. Cool. Got 24-hour tees. All right, maybe we'll transfer. I don't want to be fucking people over with shitty shirts. That's not cool. GoFundMe. We're gonna try and get it set up next week, man. This has been a really busy week for us. So yeah. What are you sipping on? I'm sipping on Spindrift. I'm really into these. And what was the music intro? The music, that was Bill Wyman from the Rolling Stones singing a song called Je suis un rockstar, which is great. If you are interested in any music you hear on a lead-in or anything on our Twitch, I have a playlist on my Spotify that's all the songs I've played on Twitch. My name on Spotify is Zach Picklefeet, so you can find me on there, Zach Picklefeet, and then the public playlist is called Twitch Lead-Ins. So I try and keep that pretty up to date, but it's actually turned into a pretty fucking rad mixtape of like weird shit that I play on. It's Trevor. Yo.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
I you a Zoom thing.
Okay, cool. I will open it up immediately. We're live, so as soon as you start, you're going to be on the air, so don't say any of your usual horrible shit.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. Later. Psych, he doesn't say horrible shit. Psych, he totally does. Psych, no, he doesn't. I'm annoying myself right now with this whole psych thing. All right, hang on. So I have to just do some window arrangement so that this doesn't look like total trash. Yo! All right, how we doing? There it is. What's up, dude? Oh, got no audio from you. Nothing. Look at you with your little suit. You're a little gentleman today. Can't hear you. I hope that's not a me thing. I think that's got to be a you thing, dude.
Here we go. What about now?
There it is. Now you got it. Yeah.
Hey!
What up, dude?
How are you?
I'm pretty good. Okay, so...
Good seeing you.
Good to see you too, my man. How was shooting?
It was good. I'm literally just getting here from it, so I'm like, I've still got my jacket on and everything. So
Tell everyone what you were shooting.
So Sam Brown and I do a show called The Trevor Moore Show for Comedy Central. We did 3 episodes about a year ago, and now we just filmed a bunch more. So today was the last day of filming that, and they were really good. They're really good. So
Cool.
I'm psyched.
Hang on, chat. Bear with me. I'm going to do a thing that's going to fuck up the audio for a brief second, but it's going to try and cut down his the echo that I imagine you're feeling. There we go. Hang on a second. I apologize. All right. Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that's better.
And actually, too. So I said on Newsboyz, like a couple of weeks ago, I was like, I need some people, some volunteers for this Trevor Moore Show thing, and I got some people from Newsboyz, and when they came on, this was awesome. They came on the Comedy Central show. They sure to give like a big shout out to Newsboyz. So, like,
hell
there's 2
yeah, dude. We got
episodes
some
where
Newsboys going on. All right.
yeah, where so everyone's talking about Newsboyz.
Fuck yeah.
Here we are, another one.
I love it.
The,
Hey Trevor, go real
the
quick
show.
and look at the if you want to. It's kind of cool. Some dudes made us a donation counter in the shape of a gallon of PCP, and as the gallon
Oh.
fills up, that's our money thing. Anyway,
cool.
take a peek when you can. It looks
yeah,
rad.
I like it. Wow, we have a long way to go.
Yeah.
Kind of a bummer.
We're fucked.
I was thinking we're like halfway done, but
Oh
like,
no.
No, but what's cool is that we're gonna be getting hopefully by the end of the year. We're gonna hopefully next month or in November we're gonna go and start recording we're gonna start. Hold on just a second. What? Oh, sorry. Hopefully we're gonna go start recording the audio for the movie, and then we're gonna see the animatics of it. We'll see the whole movie out as an animatics. So we'll be able to show that stuff with everybody. So
Yeah, that's gonna be rad.
yeah. So here we are. This is the flagship show of the Whitest Kids network. This is the pace car.
The pace car, I like that.
Yeah. This is the crown jewel in the jewel in the crown of the Whitest Kids empire, and this is the show that all others are compared to. That pretty much sums it up.
Yeah,
Right?
the other shows burn with envy at this show, and that's only
really
right
do.
and good that they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone says, "Can you turn up audio?" Am I quiet?
You might be a little quiet. Let me turn you up a little bit. There we go. That person also might need to turn their fucking volume up at their computer.
Yeah. Why do we got to do everything?
Yeah. All right.
Also, I'll say a little news right off the top. There will be an election stream.
Confirmed.
Yes, there will be an election stream. It is not going to be Newsboyz though, because it's going to be Sam Brown and I.
Okay, cool.
And so I will not sully the Newsboyz moniker.
I appreciate it, and I'm sure that everyone here appreciates it.
So Sam and I are going to be helping the nation grapple with whatever comes down the pipe. We're gonna, be there as your guides, your shamans, really, through this dark night of the soul that we're all about to enter into.
What do you think? What do you think is going to happen? You got any predictions? What's your vibe?
I think we're fucked either way. What? I think the country's so divided and so split, that like I don't see these problems going away just by after this election. Like,
So
I
you
think we're
literally
so-
see it as just an equal evil. You don't think that one is better than the other? You think we're fucked either way? That's the take?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that there's definitely a side I agree with more than the other side. But what I'm saying is that I do think that it's going to be. I think the big problem in our country is that we all fucking hate each other now. Like, and I don't think it always was like that. I could be wrong. I'm a fucking idiot. I don't know. But like, I definitely feel like it wasn't this polarized, and like everybody. And it just seems like every time somebody wins, the other side goes fucking nuts. Like, remember when Obama won? And then there's all this Tea Party stuff going on. Everyone's
Yeah.
like fucking hating him and like, you know, and then Bush won. Everybody went fucking nuts and was calling him Hitler and everything like that. And
Not the first time he won.
no, yeah, the first time he won.
No. When W won the first time, people weren't losing their minds. I feel like they lost their minds when he won re-election.
No, because he kind of stole it. Remember, people lost their fucking minds. Like people were very upset about.
But it wasn't outrage at W. It was outrage at just the process.
Yeah, I just feel like it's escalating. So
Yeah.
whoever wins, if Trump wins, people are gonna fucking go nuts.
People are gonna go nuts.
People are gonna fucking go nuts.
Yeah.
And if Biden wins, the other side's gonna go fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just like we're just it's a pendulum that keeps getting higher on the sides every time it swings. And that's I don't know. The whole
Yeah.
thing's gonna fall over.
Yeah,
That's my
I don't disagree. It is bleak. But yeah. So Trevor, before you got here, we hit our hype train goal fucking immediately, which is rad. Thank you, everybody. And then I made a promise to honor the hype train that I would open this. And this is the plate from, I don't even know what season this was, but what do you think? We got to do it. I said I would.
It's got to be season 5. I think it's season 5.
So before I open it, anything we should say? So this was a prop that we had built for a sketch that we wrote that was banned. We shot it. We cut it.
Yeah.
We loved it.
Yeah.
The network didn't like it.
And it was a play on it wasn't about this. It was just a little joke at the end.
I thought it was the whole sketch was about this.
Maybe it was. I don't remember. But there's also, so after 9/11, if you watched news channels, it would all be these things like you can get a chunk of the 9/11 building, the World Trade Center building. You get a chunk of the World Trade Center building, or you can get a commemorative plate about the World Trade Centers and all this. And it was basically all this rah kind of patriotism sort of that they're just hawking for like $20. So then we made a plate that would be like a very patriotic plate. And what was it? I forget.
Well, let's show it. And I'm going to go into selfie here so my screen takes over everything. But it was this. It was Barack Obama butt fucking the Statue of Liberty while the ghosts of the Twin Towers cry in the background.
Now, what was the point of that?
I have no fucking idea, dude.
That's a great plate.
It looks great. They did a great job. I mean, it's a real plate.
Is that an anti-Obama plate?
No, we were not anti-Obama in any sense of the word. I love Obama.
But he's fucking the Statue of Liberty, but it seems consensual. She's into it.
Yeah, she's not upset. Her face is fine. She looks happy.
Yeah, well, she looks stern, but that's what her face looks like.
Yeah, it would be disrespectful if she was, smiling.
And then the World Trade Centers they're dead, so they're ghosts. How are they? They're watching. Are they like happy about it, or are they sad?
No, they seem pretty concerned.
Interesting.
Yeah, but Obama looks very happy.
Oh yeah, and look at them cheeks.
Yeah,
them Statue of Liberty cheeks. Yeah, they seem indifferent. Honestly, they someone said they're indifferent.
Yeah.
That's a good plate. I like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the kind of stuff that we're up to.
I almost fucking fell out of my chair. Holy shit! Chair just tried to kill me.
Have you seen any news?
Was that?
Have you seen any news this week? This is Newsboyz.
Oh god, I've just seen a bunch of like electoral college news and just shit like that. I haven't really. I mean, I guess Amy Ponyberry is in. That's done.
She's in. She's now
confirmed.
the judge.
Somebody says talk about Fran. What happened with Lori Loughlin?
Is she's did they let her out?
I have no idea.
Or is she in the slammer still?
I don't know. Let me do a little research. I'd love to know.
So this is it. This is the last Newsboyz before we sail into that long goodnight of whatever's going to happen Tuesday.
But rest assured, everyone out there, no matter what the outcome, Newsboyz will be back to guide you through it.
When all these fake news networks like fall in the Civil War II that happens and all the rioting and everybody killing everybody, we will still broadcast from our bunkers, and we will be a beacon of light in dark times. Really,
Yeah.
that's what I think. That's why Zach and I started this show. We talked about this.
Yeah.
We're like, look, everything's about to unravel. It's all going to fall apart.
Yeah.
So they're going to need a guiding voice.
Yeah. What are they to do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I guess Lori Loughlin started her prison sentence. Honestly, I thought she already did that, so I don't really give a shit.
Dude,
Schwartzy, thank you.
Did you used to think Aunt what was her name? Aunt Becky?
Was hot?
Yeah.
Totally.
I did too.
Yeah.
I thought Aunt Becky was like the hottest.
So hot.
Can you imagine like if you were in prison and they just throw Aunt Becky in your cell and you're like there's no co-ed prisons.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't happen.
No, that'd be sick though, because then you'd be like, oh well, we'll probably fall in love because we have to spend so much time together.
I mean, think about it. If you were in prison for life, you're in a life sentence, and Lori Loughlin gets locked up in your cell, also in a life sentence. What are the odds that you're not going to have sex eventually?
Zero,
right?
Right.
Zero? I don't know. Is that wrong? Are we wrong? Are women watching us say that and be like, oh, you just think this woman's going to have sex? No, I think she's going to be just as stir crazy and hungry for stimulation as anybody.
I think everybody that goes into prison is basically like, all right, well, I guess I'm just fucking my cellmate. But that's my
Yeah, I guess.
Would you fuck your cellmate in prison?
I mean, I would say no right now because I don't know. I don't think I would. But like, who's to say? Who's to say?
That's a yes.
I don't know, dude. I don't think I would. But
I don't think I'd be against it. But I think I still think I'd be pretty shallow. Like I think it would depend on my
how hot the dude was.
Yeah, if I got a fucking uggo, I'm like, I'd be like, I can do better than that. Yeah. I don't know. So Lori Loughlin, she's in the Slammer, which is kind of funny because she wouldn't have been in prison if at the beginning she was just like, you got me. I tried to do something for my kid. Yeah. You know, it was wrong. Find me whatever the fuck. Like I
throw myself at the mercy of the court.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. We don't want Lori Loughlin in prison. Like, right now all of us are paying for Lori Loughlin to be in prison. It's all coming out of our fucking taxes.
I kind of want her to be in prison.
Really?
Well, think about what she did,
threat.
dude. Think about what she did.
Fucked up.
It's really fucked up.
I don't want anyone to be in prison except for like people who are a danger to others. Yeah. So like, if you get caught for drugs or something like that, as long as you're not like killing anybody, they fine them, whatever, fine. But like, I don't think so. Lori Loughlin, she's not a threat. Do we really need to like have her?
Let me push back. Here's why I think it's actually really horrible what she did.
Okay.
She had her child. She orchestrated a fraudulent scheme where her child purported to be on a crew team. Right. That's my understanding of this. Mm-hmm. And they faked the whole thing, right? I don't think she organized it. I think there's a guy. There's a guy. No, you're right. There's a guy that does this. He's a fixer, and they go and they pay this fixer a fuck ton of money. But they know exactly what he's. It's not like a don't ask, don't tell sort of a thing. Like she knew exactly what the scheme was.
Sure.
And the scheme was they're going to pretend that their daughter was like a very serious crew member in high school, and she was going to take the place. There's only a limited amount of scholarships for these athletic, departments. So the crew, only a certain number of people get it, right?
Were they trying to get a scholarship?
Yeah. Yeah, and get a place. Like get a place on the thing. Maybe it's not, but it's a place. It's a place on the team. Maybe I misspoke. Maybe you're right.
Okay.
Scholarship sounds wrong. But there's some other girl out there in America who like woke up at 4 a.m. every day and like hustled to be like on the crew team because like maybe this kid couldn't afford a place. Like maybe this kid needed to get on this needed crew to get into college, and then some rich fucking asshole just bribes their way in and pretends that their kid did crew. I just think it's despicable, man.
It's like, sorry, honey, that ain't how this country works.
Yeah, well, I think that's.
No, I get it. Like, look, it's really fun to punish rich people.
It's fun to
Like,
punish people. Is that what you said?
No, rich people. That's real. It's real fun to.
Yeah.
It's funny to throw Aunt Becky in jail. It really is. I get it. Like that is funny. Like, but at the same time, is the world safer because Lori Loughlin? I guess we're making an example of her to other fucking rich asshole moms and stuff. But I don't know. We got too many people in prison as it is. Like we should. I don't know.
I mean, I'm all about like releasing people who are in prison for like pot and shit like that. Like that's ridiculous. I don't even think like if substance abuse people, I don't think should be in prison. I just think there's something a bit more sinister to what she did. You know, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I also, she's okay. I'm trying to think of a nice way to put this, but whatever. Fuck it. She's probably a fucking idiot. Like she's, we've all, about 90% of actors and actresses, they're not the smartest.
Sure.
So
look at us. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're fucking geniuses compared to actors. The worse actor you are, the smarter you are.
Oh yeah. Oh god, you're goddamn brilliant.
I'm genius. She's probably a fucking idiot. She's probably and then some guy was like, hey, oh yeah, this is fine. We do this all the time. This is how this so-and-so and so-and-so. And she was like, I don't know, doesn't her husband make Walmart clothes or something? That's his job.
Yeah, he's some big deal designer. I don't know who he is, but yeah. And think about this. So Felicity Huffman, she went to jail briefly, right? And she actually pled guilty. Like she didn't pull a Lori Loughlin. She owned her shit. And I think she did go to jail, right?
Yes, but for very short.
And how come William H. Macy didn't go to jail? Did he just plead ignorance? Did they get together and be like, all right, here's the deal. I didn't know anything, right, sweetie? I don't know. He had to know.
He probably had no idea.
Then again, he's such a talented actor that he was probably just drooling and just whatever you say, baby.
No, I don't think guys, I mean, this is going to be the difference between men and women. This is the hackiest thing. But I'll tell you this. My kid goes to school. I don't know where it is. I don't know what it's named. I
don't believe it. I know what school he goes to. I know
what the acronym is. I can't tell you what that acronym stands for. Now, in my defense, he just started going there in the last month. But my wife was like, this is the school I think our kids should go to. And I was like, sure, great, awesome. That's as, I didn't look it up. I didn't investigate it. Lori Loughlin probably is like, I met this guy. He can get our, or what's her name? William H. Macy's.
Yeah, Felicity Huffman.
Yeah, Felicity Huffman's like, I met this guy. He can do some things to get our thing in. And he's probably watching something. He's like, oh, okay, cool. That sounds good. Yeah. Try not to get in jail.
Uh-huh. Yeah, maybe. Try not to get in jail. Yeah, cool. Yeah. If you paid some dude $40K to cheat him in a school, you'd know the name. Yeah, okay, maybe. But then again, they're fucking so rich. I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't think William H. Macy and they're as rich as the Walmart people.
No, I'm sure Lori Loughlin was probably more rich. Yes.
Someone said Massimo. Is that?
Yeah, Massimo something. Yeah, big deal.
Okay.
Newsboyz talks about 90 Day Fiancé would be a fucking hit. I mean, I used to watch 90 Day Fiancé. I like that show a lot. It's pretty.
It's one of the few shows
What?
It's one of the few shows that I watch.
Oh, get out of here! Really?
I love it.
Are you up to date?
No.
Me neither.
I actually don't watch the actual show. I like to watch. It's called Pillow Talk, which is the truncated 90 Day Fiancé, and they have people from the past 90 Day before Fiancés sitting in bed and watching it and just shitting on the other people.
Oh my god, I've heard of that.
I love that show. I watch that all the time.
I've watched 90 Days the Other Way, where Americans go to other countries. That one's fucking good. There's some dickhead that went to Brazil and had a fucking meltdown and stormed off and went into the streets of Rio, and the camera crew had to chase after him, and they got mugged at gunpoint. I mean,
I saw that.
Yeah, crazy shit.
That one's great. Yeah.
Those shows are amazing, dude.
The other thing is, I always I have so many of those people on Cameo that I'll buy cameos of them and just give them to people.
Yeah.
For birthdays and stuff. I'm kind of addicted to Cameo, buying people off. I got my wife Carol Baskin from
Yeah.
Tiger King.
Right.
You know, the lady who murdered her husband. I got like her cameo, and I'm obsessed with it. I love it.
You think Carol Baskin did murder her husband?
I don't really care. I think it's funny.
Wait, another show. If you like 90 Day Fiance, one that I'm fucking really obsessed with. I think I've recommended it to you before. Love After Lockup. Do you know that show?
I did. You recommended it. I watched it, and it didn't grab me.
Oh my god! How does it not grab you, dude? Chat. Let me just, dude. It is the craziest fucking show. Like, hardcore felons are about to get out of prison, and they follow them with their like the people that they've been conning on the outside, who they've never met, but they've been like getting them to give them money, and then they get out and they go live with them, and it is just so good, dude. These people are.
You know what show I used to love? I think you've seen it. They don't do it anymore, but it was called "I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant." And
I have not seen that.
oh my god, it was my favorite fucking show in the world. I mean, like there's some shows that are just too good for television.
Like
You're
Cheaters.
Cheaters is fantastic.
Dude.
That was one of my favorite television shows ever was Change of Heart.
What's that?
Change of Heart. I used to watch this all the time in college, and it's what they would do is they would get people who were in like committed relationships, and the trick was they couldn't have been together less than a year, and they couldn't have been together more than 3 years. So they'd get a couple. They'd come on. They'd talk about their relationship, like the good things about it, the bad things about it. Then they would set up each member of they would set up the guy and the girl with a different guy and girl.
Mm-hmm.
And so they would send them out on a date, and they would try to get like people that they think would be perfect for these people. They do like a whole matchmaker thing. So then they videotape the whole like date, and then you have to sit there and watch your significant other's date. And sometimes they'd fucking make out and stuff like that, and you just see like the people be like crying.
But they know, don't they know that their significant other is going to watch them on this date?
I know, but they just get too caught up in it, or like just a little kiss or something like that. And the people be like, "You did that, you did," and so they'd be fighting. It was fucking beautiful. And then at the end, like they each flip a card over. Like after what they've seen, do they stay together, or do they have a change of heart? And the show was. They knew what they were doing, so they only showed the couples that where one of them wanted a change of heart.
Oh.
And it was great. As soon as you flip it, it's just tears. Like, how could you do this? All this stuff. It's like, you ever be at a restaurant?
Is this on DVD?
I have no idea. It was a late 90s, early 2000s show. But you ever be at a restaurant and the couple's breaking up next to you?
It's like the greatest thing. Whenever that happens, it's just like Christmas came early, and you just have to like thank the Lord.
It's the universe being kind to you. Like I have stayed, like I'm done. I'm just eating. This is my fourth dessert. I'm not leaving. I want to hear all of it. And it was like, you could tune in every night at 11 o'clock on like UPN. That's what it would air on. And like, you could just watch that happen every night. And it was fantastic.
It's magnificent. Dude, there was a reality show concept, and this, I didn't come up with this concept, okay? I don't even know who did come up with it, but I thought it was so funny. And it doesn't have a name. I'm going to call it Dude for a Million. Have I talked to you about this?
No.
Okay, so here's how this would go. So think of a reality show kind of like a Big Brother situation where like 15 people go live in a house, right? And one by one, every week someone's gonna get out. Now here's how it works. It's 15 gay men and one straight man.
Oh, you've told me about this.
Okay. Now that straight man, he can't let anyone know that he's gay. And if he every week, it's like a big game of Mafia. The gay men have to try and figure out who among them is the imposter, and they have to vote him out, right? And if the straight guy makes it all the way to the final three or whatever, he wins $1 million. And if the gay guys can get him out, whoever's left in the house, they each get like $100,000 or something like that. Okay. Now here's the twist. They're all the straight guy.
It's great.
Everyone in the house thinks they're the fucking imposter. So it's just a shit ton of straight guys pretending to be gay, trying to like cast blame on each other, seeing like how fucking far they will go. Like, some of them are gonna fucking make out with each other.
Yeah.
Like, and you gotta find the most hateful straight guys in the world to fucking do it, right? The most like homophobic dudes you can find. But like, I know I could trick them fairies. I know I could do it. Put me in, coach. I'll trick them all. Oh my God.
That's a great show.
Yeah.
You should pitch that. Oh,
Well,
you said it's not your idea.
It's not my idea. I don't know whose concept it is. I pitched it to Jordan Peele, right? And this was before he did Get Out, so he wasn't quite like the king of everything. And I told him that idea, and he goes, let's make that. He was like dead serious. He's like, let's make that. Let's make it like this week. We'll sell it. It was like somebody
saying that was on 4chan. It's an old joke. They're saying it's an old copy pasta.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Copy-paste.
Totally. It's not mine. Otherwise, I would have fucking.
That's great.
Yeah. But it is oh God, they should make the show. I don't know if that show would be considered like too hateful or homophobic. I don't think it's homophobic. I think it's fucking hysterical.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about the fake reality show I did? True TV for a little bit, for like a minute. True TV.
Your prank show, you mean?
Yeah, I was doing a prank show for True TV. They never aired it, but we filmed 2 episodes, and then they looked at it and they were like, "This is incredibly mean. We're not going to do this anymore." So they scuttled it. And I was like, "That's just what prank shows are mean. That's what you do." Like, you know. But we did a fake game show, and we had all these contestants, real people, come in, and the thing was, you were going to be in one room for like 48 hours, and there was like it was almost like a Twister, where there were circles on the floor, and so every now and then, like every 20 minutes, they'd be like, "Okay, go to the red circle," and so people would have to go and stand on the red circle. So you're standing.
So would they be standing like packed together like sardines on the red circle?
No, there was some room. There was some room.
And you actually did this for 48 hours?
Yeah, we did it. And so basically, like, and the thing was, if you fall asleep, you're out.
And they think they're gonna win how much money?
It was something like $50,000 or something like that. You'd win if you made it to the end of the 48 hours. And so you'd stay in there, and people are getting tired, and they're like, you know, they're tapping out and everything. So we get about 36 hours into it, where we're just like, and the overnights, like, I'm taking naps, and then I'm just getting up and being like, "Everybody get on the yellow triangle," like that, and they go on the yellow triangle.
This is terrible.
Yeah, and we're pushing food in through a hole, like, you know, so they're like, you know, there's like 10 minutes every couple hours where they can go and get off the square and eat some food or whatever.
Can they lie down in those 10 minutes?
I mean, if they're still touching the thing, yeah, but they can't fall asleep. You fall asleep, you're out. And this network hated this show when they saw it. And so then about 36 hours into it, my guy comes in.
You meaning you?
Yeah.
You're a psycho, dude. You just disassociated yourself and talked about yourself as like another person.
Well, I'm playing a character in the thing.
Okay.
I'm the TV producer.
My guy. And then my guy like killed this dog. Yeah. You killed the dog, Trevor. All right.
So I come in 36 hours. They're all like delirious. And I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at the tapes, and it's just kind of fucking boring. Like, so we're pulling the plug on this. Nobody gets the money. Thanks for playing along. See you guys later. You know, here's, you know, parking validation. Like, and
you do it like totally callous like that?
Like nothing fazed me whatsoever. I was just like, I was like, yeah, we tried it. It's not great. Sorry. See you guys later. It was a good shot, you know, and they fucking lost their shit, and they're like yelling at me and everything. And it was just great footage. Like, just like people, like they cornered me in like the thing. And they were like, "You owe us all $50,000, all this stuff like that." And it was fantastic. And then the network, we showed it in, and the network's like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" So,
I mean, it is so vicious. So I've heard so many. We need to watch this show. You know, we should watch the show on Twitch, because it is fucking amazing. So talk about the other prank I can't believe you did was the haircutting one.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. So that I pretended to be a hairdresser at in like fucking Beverly Hills. Like we rented out a hair salon place, and then I was a hairdresser, and I was telling everybody it's my first day. And so then people would come in and they tell me what they wanted, and then I just buzz their head. Like
men and women?
Well, it was men first. It was like buzz their head, and then they'd be like, whoa, dude. I'm like, oh, sorry, my bad. I can fix it. And then I just do it more like that, and they'd get real mad. And it was great because we had the cameras behind the mirrors, those big mirrors. So we were like right in on their face and everything. And so they were like, they were getting mad. And then a lady came in. And I was like, oh man, what do I do? And I was like, all right. And my producer, he was like, just do it, man. It's fine. Like, you know, and
Now, has she signed? What? Obviously, she's going to have a meltdown. Did she? Is it one of those things where there's a sign that says, "By entering this premises, you agree to be on camera"? Is it like that?
no, our thing was because we were going so hard in the paint, we were like, it's not going to work if they sign beforehand because of how hard we're going. We're like, they need to sign after the fact. Like after they are mad, we need to talk them back down and then get them to sign because then that'll hold up, like, you know, kind of thing. So she sat in and we were going and cutting her hair, and about to make. I'm not buzzing her head, but I'm gonna cut a huge chunk off.
You're going to give her bangs, right?
No, I took I took the front, and she's like, oh, by the way, she was like, I was like, oh, what are you getting your haircut for? And she's like, oh, it's my birthday. And I'm like, oh fuck, like, you know.
Oh my god, dude.
And this is like real. She's like, and I have a big date tonight, and I haven't had a date in like 6 months. And I'm like,
oh, you're going
fuck.
to hell.
And so then I'm kind of like I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, no, do we do this? Do we do this? Like that. And my producer's like, just do it, man. Just do it. So like I took her hair and I was like going to cut like 4 inches off. He's like, no, higher. It's not going to be funny. Higher, higher, higher. I cut like 7 inches off like that. And she lost her shit. And it was, she was yelling at me. Like she became, yeah, it was insane. And then afterwards, so the trick of the show, what we always did.
Did she get out of the chair?
Oh yeah. Most of the show was me getting backed up against the wall and people yelling at me. I'll tell you one more after this, but like, so then we'd have somebody come in and give her a nice haircut. And everybody,
like that doesn't even mean anything. Like you can't. That's oh my god.
The trick was everybody who we did something to was set up by a friend. So at the end, they were mad at me. Like at like the worst moment, I'd be like, hey, remember Carol, your friend? She set you up. And then all of a sudden, the anger kind of went. And then we're like, it's a TV show. And then for some reason, the psychological thing of your friend shows up and you're on TV, it really did make everything melt away. Like people would be like, oh my God, like, you know, and everyone signed. Everybody was like, oh, it's going to be on TV. Cool. Like, you know, so like one of the, someone says Trevor chat fucking hates you now. That's fine. It's okay. And then, so this is one that a guy actually like got real mad. We did a prank where we rented out this suite at a very nice hotel, and we got a guy. We had one of his friends set him up, and he was like, hey, I've been invited to this bachelor party. This dude, he throws like fucking crazy parties. Like, you got to come with me. Like, this guy, money is nothing. He just throws it around like that. So this guy's like, great. He goes there. There's a big party. We have all this stuff. Like he's hanging out for a while. Then I come in as like sort of the guy who brings strippers, kind of like the pimp kind of guy. So I come in and I'm playing like a skeezy sort of character. I'm like, hey, what's up, everybody? I'm like, who likes ladies? And like, we have footage of the guy being like, yeah, ladies, you know? And then I'm like, so we're going to bring out girls. And I didn't hear this, but you can arrange whatever you want with these girls. Like, but I didn't hear it. No money goes through me. You give the money to them. Okay. And then the guy's like, yeah, awesome.
The mark is like, he's visibly like pumped.
Yeah. Which is great because then I'm like, okay, we got him. Whatever I do from this point forward, people will give me a little bit of freedom. Like they won't hate me so much. So at first I go like, all right, who likes redheads? Like, you know, and then we have a lady come out in redhead. She takes her robe off. Like everybody's like going, woo, going nuts. And this guy's like nudging his friend being like, oh yeah. Like, you know, then I'm like, who likes blondes? And we have like a blonde lady come in. She takes off her robe. And then he's like, oh man, this is awesome. Like, you know, and then I'm like, who likes brunettes? And we had found the Mark's sister. And so his sister walks in a robe and he fucking went like to 1,000, like that. He threw a beer bottle at my head, like, you know, like, and he was like, he wanted to like rip me apart. And he was like yelling at me. I'm like, dude, calm down. You don't have to do anything with her, but be careful. I have her booked at like a Lakers after game. Like, you know, kind of, he's like, ah, like he's just like wanted to kill me. And it was so fucking funny. And the network was like, you guys are, this is not a hidden camera show. And we're like, yeah, it is. It's a great one.
Oh my God, dude. Oh. Oh my God. It's pretty great because it shows what a hypocrite he is.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I'm into it.
Yeah.
Do you think we could watch that show, or will you get in trouble? I mean, does True TV even still exist? They're still a thing, right?
You know, I have a couple bits that I actually show when we go on tour. You know, there's a couple bits that I work into like our live show.
But live is different than the internet.
Yeah, you know what? I got the permission to air one of them in my Comedy Central special, and then I didn't have time to fit it in. So like the network did give me permission. They're like, we're not using it, you can take it, kind of thing. So,
dude, we should. That could be a good. Somehow we got to monetize that for the movie. You know, there's got to be a way we could work that into our.
Yeah, I think someone said Impractical Joker keeps True TV alive. Yeah, and I think that's what the problem was, is that they were thinking of this as a companion piece for Impractical Jokers.
Right.
They were like, okay, we'll do the Impractical Jokers guy, and then like Trevor will come in with his like prank show after it. And then when they saw it, they were like, you can't do anything.
Yeah. Hang on a second. Jesse Reader gives me wood. There we go. Are you happy? If I missed you last week, I apologize. All right. Thank you, my friend. Got it.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh wait, and didn't you have one other? Oh no. My favorite was the psychic one. We can talk about that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so this one's great.
So I played a psychic, who had stage fright. Like he was too nervous to go on stage, but he was a clairvoyant, and he had this, like, you know, he was an amazing psychic. So we had auditions for someone to be like the face of the psychic. So we were just talking to actors and being like, you go out on stage, I'll have an IFB in, I'll do the reading, I'll tell you what to say. Kind of like a whole Milli Vanilli thing. Like, you know, you be the face, I'll be the clairvoyant.
Cyrano de Bergerac, but you're a psychic.
Cyrano, yeah. And so then we got a guy to be like, yeah, I can do that. And so then we went, so for a while he thought he was going to be on this, you know, he was going to be this new psychic, you know, on a
TV show.
On a TV show. So then we're shooting the pilot. And so we have a whole audience there, and all the audience, we have plants that know that this is a hidden camera show. The rest of the audience think they're actually in line to see a psychic show. So, and we dress him like an idiot. Like he's got like a Mickey Mouse wizard hat, like kind of thing. Like he's like coming out like, and he's like, really? We're like, oh yeah, no, this looks magic. This is great.
He was skeptical of the wardrobe.
Yeah, he's like, okay. Like, and we're like, you trust us. We're in television. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Get out there. You're great. And so he goes out, and so there's a girl who like raises her hand, and she's like, I would like to talk to somebody. And I'm like, oh, I'm picking up her mother. And she's like, oh, I'm hearing your mother. And she's like, oh my God. And she was like, my mother, like she died like 2 years ago. And then I'm like, yeah, I think, oh, she hanged herself, right? And he goes, your mother hanged herself? And she goes, yeah. And she starts like crying. And then it's like I'm getting that she hanged herself because she hated you. Now this girl is a plant, but then the mark is supposed to say that, like, oh, like she hanged herself because she hated you. And then so he's going like, I don't know, like he's like trying to.
My like, God, dude.
I don't know if I can say it. I'm like, just say it. It's really important that the ghost wants to say that. And he goes, so your mother hanged herself because she hated you like that. And then the girl starts crying and he's like, I'm sorry. And then like it just kept pushing, like, you know, where he was like basically having a, and so then
he's having a meltdown inside, right?
He's
Internally.
like, I really don't want to. And I'm like, dude, this is the pilot. Come on. Like, you know.
Don't fuck this up for me. It's a fucking pilot.
Yeah. And so then like there's another person and like he's like on stage and and she's like, I'm like, oh, I'm feeling somebody. There's a redheaded woman like in the third row, and he finds her and he's like, I have something for you. And she like stands up and she's like, yes. And he's like, I'm like, I'm sensing that. And he's like, I'm sensing that. And I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Wing it. And I left.
And so what does he do?
He's trying to make it up. And we had the woman just every time be like, no, that's not like that. And so he's just dying. And like, you just see, he just starts flop sweating on stage. Like,
oh my God, dude. It's like giving me stress now listening to it. Oh my
I guess
God.
it was a mean show in retrospect.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's pretty vicious. Hey, what's going on with our gal in the PCP? It's lost a shit ton.
It's lost, buddy?
Yeah, it's gone down. What the fuck? I don't know. How's that possible?
I guess those stories, I shouldn't have gone into those stories.
I don't understand it. Whatever. It's leaking. Someone robbed us, I guess, dude.
A lot of people asked for their money back.
That'd be fucked up. Algorithm correction? Not really. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. There's a hole in the bucket. All right, Rongina, you know how to fix it, right? We're not getting robbed, are we, Rongina? He's the one that helped us do it. Fucking scaring me. That is amazing. And then last one, just cause.
Oh my God.
Do the cash cab one. Tell us about that.
Oh, well, see, that's the one I could probably show. Should I say it or should I just show it on like?
You want to show it now or should you show it later or on another day?
On another episode. I'd have to find it. I don't know where. But that one, that's the one that got us picked up because my writing partner and I just made that bit, and then we went around and we pitched it, and True TV was like, "We love this, you know. Here, just go do it. And then we went and did it, and then they were like, "We hate this. Destroy all the tapes." Like,
and were they really upset with you, or did they just pass? They were actually pissed.
They were upset, but it wasn't. It was more of the situation. It was a bumpy production kind of thing. So
okay.
But yeah, how was your week? What'd you do?
I just I'm working like fucking crazy on some stuff, so. It's been good. It's just been like grinding a lot. But yeah, not eventful. Wait, hang on. It says, nope, not getting robbed. I already have a fix. I left a typo in the function to update the amount, which changes the entire scale. All right. We're good. Thank you, Rongina. By the way, Rongina donated another $1,000 yesterday. Yes, that dude is a fucking Marine. So fucking thank you again.
Everyone is so we better read this script again and make sure this movie's fucking good.
I know, right? That's really funny. Yeah. Oh, it was today. It was today that he donated. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It is good. The movie is really good.
Oh yeah, I actually because we've read it like once a year for the last, I don't know, how old is the script? 6 years old?
Well, is it 6 years old? From when we finished? No, it's only like 3 years old from when we finished it.
Oh, is that right? Okay, great. Yeah. No, but I remember reading it this year when we decided to do it animated, and I remember reading it through like fresh, like visualizing it as a cartoon and just being like so stoked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's good. And it's something that you could never do in any sort of, this is the only way you could make this movie.
Yeah, I think it's what the movie wants to be. I don't think it's I honestly don't think it's a compromise in any way. I think it's better. So
No. I don't even mean animation. I mean self-financing.
Oh, well,
the only way you could make the movie, because like if you tried to go through a studio system or a production house, they would get rid of so much of the movie.
Never in a million fucking years would they let us do it the way we want to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Japanese animation? Every day somebody asks if we're going to do it anime style. Like, no, dude.
We're Americans.
Oh my god. What can you guys say about the general animation style? That's a good question. I mean, we haven't locked it in yet. I guess we kind of have, haven't we? It is kind of locked
Yeah,
in.
I mean, I think it's what I don't want to do is like do that Rick and Morty style that like it seems to be ubiquitous with everything right now. But on the other hand, that amount of detail looks great.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like trying to do something that detailed without it feeling like it's doing that, style that everybody's doing.
Here's how I would describe it. Tell me if you agree with this. It's like
I'm listening. I'm just getting it
yeah,
about
yeah. On one end of the spectrum, there's like King of the Hill, which is like very dry, pretty lifelike animation style, right? Eyes are not big circles; they're like little dots. They look a bit more to scale, kind of like that, right? So that's one end of the spectrum. On the other end of the spectrum, you have like Futurama or like Big Mouth or something like that, where it's like very cartoony, right? Where people are like giant heads and big eyes and so we're trying to be like kind of smack in the middle of that. So like and last time I brought this up, everybody fucking got all up my ass about how they don't like the show. It doesn't matter if you like the show or don't like the show.
Hey, nobody get up Zach's ass.
Get out my ass. But F is for Family, right? Has like a good kind of middle of the road animation style that I think is kind of will work.
And I've seen we've gotten a bunch of comments where people are like, "Oh, this is gonna suck because it's animated. They want it to be live action," and I get that. I get that because that's what we've done up to now. But I think this is what you were saying earlier, where it's not a compromise. Like to do this movie non-animated, you're talking at least $100 million.
I mean, maybe not 100.
I mean, maybe 50. Anyway, it's an amount of money that nobody's going to be like, oh yeah, the guys that made Miss March, yeah, let's greenlight the $50 million Whitest Kids movie. Yeah, they had a show 10 years ago on Deep Cable, on Fuse. Yeah, 50 million for that.
Yeah.
So this is the only way to do this movie.
Yeah, it's true. Right. What else happened in the oh, here's a news story. Did you hear Lil Wayne and who else was it? Not Lil Boozy. Lil Wayne and Lil somebody, another Lil, came out for Trump. Lil Wayne's a Trump guy.
Oh. I did hear that.
I don't know what to make of it. Lil Pump. Lil Pump and Lil Wayne. Thank you.
Yeah, somebody I was talking with Ron Funches about this actually.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was on the show just a couple hours ago. I was saying that, I was like, I really, I like Lil Wayne.
Dude, the Carter 3, when I was in the hospital for my burn, that's like all I listened to, dude.
Yeah. Because I think Ron had said we were saying, I forget what he was saying, but I was like, I don't know, the Carter 3 is pretty fucking good. And he's like, look, Lil Wayne, no one's saying Lil Wayne isn't great, but so there's, so I did read this. There's something that Trump is doing, and he's courting rappers or something.
Yeah,
like
he
that.
called it the Platinum Plan. I mean, how
Platinum Plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck all your opinions. Hang on, this looks important. Fuck all your opinions. Fuck my opinions. Fuck everything about life. Wow. Hey, which one are you? I love it, dude. I love it.
Someone said rappers are in a higher tax bracket. That's true. A lot of rich people just go for Trump because, or Republicans in general, because they'll get taxed so heavily. I think 50 Cent, like last week, like when he saw he posted something about they posted Biden's tax plan, and he screen grabbed it, and he was like, "Fuck this, Trump 2020" or something like that. And then when they asked him about it afterwards, he was like, "Nah, I was just, I was
just tweeting something insane. That's all." Just using my platform to spread insanity. Biden said, unless you make $400,000, you're not going to see any more taxes. So, all right.
How nervous are you? Because we're getting close to it.
I'm actually feeling good, man. I mean, the polling is pretty ridiculous. I've been listening to some people who know a lot more about this than me, and some of them are like, dude, Biden could very possibly get over 300. So one person said 380 electoral votes.
Wow.
380 is ridiculous, but like the fact that 300 is like pretty, legit is fascinating. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm nervous because I'm traumatized, but I'm pretty optimistic.
Let's do a poll and see what the. Now, I'm not asking who you're voting for. Who do you think wins on Tuesday?
All right, let me set it up.
Is that an interesting poll?
Yeah. I want to know what people think. That's a good
one
poll.
right before.
By the way, I did a Borat 2 poll. I was like, what do you think of Borat 2? Love it, meh, hated it, didn't see it. The results are in. Most people didn't see it. After that, people thought it was great, and then meh. Not many people thought it was bad. I thought it was like good.
Yeah, I didn't think it was as good as the first one, but
No.
I mean, no comedy sequel ever is really, like, because you have to adhere to a certain amount of the thing that makes you have to have it feel like the first comedy movie. So you have to kind of do like a semblance of those jokes. So it's kind of repetitive at the same time. So it's like, it's hard to do a sequel comedy. Someone says Naked Gun. That's a good try, but I don't think Naked Gun 2.5 is funnier than Naked Gun 1. Rush Hour 2, I don't remember that much. Blues Brothers 2000. I don't think any of those Blues Brothers movies are funny. Did you like Blues Brothers?
No,
I don't get it.
Not at all.
I don't get it. I don't get any of that early Saturday Night Live stuff.
No. And you know what? There was a moment. It was after Belushi died, where I think it was at SNL. I think I was at an SNL dress rehearsal or something. Maybe it was on TV, and I can't remember. But
after Belushi died before we were born.
No, I know, but I'm talking about. So Dan Aykroyd is doing. He comes out dressed as a blues brother. I think this was at SNL, and he's like got his harmonica, and he's so. I fucking can't stand Dan Aykroyd. Like later Dan Aykroyd. As far as I'm concerned, Grosse Point Blank was the last cool thing he ever did. He comes out and he's like, "Yeah, gonna do a little Blues Brothers." As everyone knows, John can't be with us. And then he goes, "But I got his brother." And then he like goes like, "Whoop!" And then like Jim Belushi like comes out, and it was just like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a shit about Jim Belushi? He sucks. You suck. This whole thing is a fucking jerk off. I was so like disgusted. Fuck you.
Welcome to the Rolling Stones concert. Mick can't be with us tonight, but I got his brother.
Yeah, and then some dickhead like comes out and just like
Gary Jagger, everybody. Like,
oh my god, dude.
But
I got his brother. It's like, what? How condescending? How fucking? Ugh. All right.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. I just think that people in that generation were just like, I don't know, whatever.
What? They're just gonna have a knee-jerk reaction, like a Pavlov's dog thing.
Don't they? When you see things about like Woodstock or like the whole baby boomer generation, like all together, and like what they're very proud of and stuff like that, don't they just kind of seem stupid? Like doesn't it seem like a big stupid generation?
I don't know. No. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, they were like, oh man, Woodstock. We went and we fucking sat in a bunch of fucking mud and we watched all these bands and you look at footage and they're like, it's incredible. You're like, that sounds fucking terrible. And
no,
like, okay.
Yes, but I think honestly, and I think that people our age lose sight of this, but I really do think that you cannot underestimate the significance of LSD and how LSD, like a bomb in the 60s, changed everything. And like everyone was convinced that we are leaving behind the stifling mentality of the past. And so like all of the like mud and the Woodstock and all that shit was just kind of like a side effect. It really was about acid and like the possibility that comes with acid.
I think sure for some, but I don't think a lot of them were on acid. Like, I think acid was. I bet acid was not as what is the word? Everywhere. Yeah. I didn't want to say that because I just said that earlier.
Oh. I didn't hear you say it earlier.
But,
widespread.
It's a dumb thing to like stop saying it for. Like, oh, I've already said it once.
Proliferative.
Proliferative. Yeah. But No, but so then they're like, oh yeah, free love, free love. And you're like, okay, that's cool. It's a good idea. Great. Everything is, very stodgy and, puritanical. Great. And then they get to their fucking 30s when like people start making money, which is the 80s. And then they're just like, oh, what's really cool? Like Wall Street shit and like, greed and all that fucking 80s bullshit. Now we're just going to do cocaine and like invent, 401ks or and like, like kind of like, it just.
Of all the generations, they were the biggest generation of like teenagers. We're just like, fuck you, dad. And then they totally about faced and became the worst. Yeah.
They suck so hard.
They really do suck so hard.
Yeah, and it's like, and also, so even in that like that hippie bullshit that they were kind of like doing, they're like, oh, we're rebelling against all these fuddy duddies.
Yeah.
Like our parents, they don't have fun like us. They're fucking squares. It's like these guys just fucking came back from World War II. They're fucking PTSD. Yeah, they're fucking depressed as shit. They're drinking down at the like BA hall, and you're just like, they don't like to have fun. Like, it's like, fuck you fucking bunch of brats. Piece of shit generation.
But at the same time, dude, like you also have to recognize like they brought the civil rights about, like they were the first domino to fall that brought us a lot of social change that was like crucial.
I guarantee it wasn't like I mean, like, it was older people like it who were like, we'll do this, and they were for it. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, it's good. The civil rights, yeah, that's fantastic. But I don't really give them credit for it.
You don't give a whole generation credit for it?
No, I don't think they could figure out civil rights if their fucking lives depended on it.
Doesn't mean I don't even know what that means.
Fucking morons. They couldn't figure out civil rights.
I don't
Somebody
know
else
what you mean,
involved with that.
All right.
Someone says Trevor is an idiot.
All right, wait. Poll results. Here we go. So 67% say Biden, 33% say Trump. That's probably about right. That's probably about what we're looking at here. 33%.
Someone says Trevor's a boomer. Hey, by the way, yes, I am a boomer, but I'm talking about actual baby boomers. I'm not talking about, everybody over 30 is a boomer. Yeah. And boomers suck. I mean, the larger use of the term, we all suck too, but like not like the actual original boomers. Nobody sucks harder than that.
Yeah.
That's why being a boomer is an insult.
Is Joe Biden and Donald Trump, they're boomers, right?
Yeah, they're all boomers. Like, it's like we're never gonna have a president who's like Gen X or millennial. They'll never do that.
Well, if COVID mutates again, it gets worse. Maybe
gets
we
rid
will.
of boomers.
Maybe that'll be the end of these boomers.
Zach, are you saying that COVID is God's plague to come in and correct the actions of a generation of spoiled assholes?
I don't know.
Because that's
hey, I'm just asking questions. Hey, let me do some thank yous because we've had some donations. We've had some subs. Let me do the donations first. Dig Bangler donated $5. Thanks, buddy. He says, do you have any ghost stories? Have the other guys ever mentioned any ghost stories? It's spooky season. I uploaded yesterday a Newsboyz video to our YouTube account where Trevor and I tell scary stories. But Trevor, you have any ghost stories? Think about it. Let me do the rest of these. Schwartzy donated $50. He says, WKK cameo soon? I don't know, man. I feel like Twitch is kind of like cameo, but maybe I'm wrong about that.
I don't ever want to do cameo.
Yeah, I feel like maybe no. Prop like it's hot donated $5. Says, COVID took my touring theater job. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, my man. Isaac Wicken donated. He says, entertainment you guys provide is worth this. Love it. Always have. Hey, buddy, I love you. Bibbers01 donated $25. Says, Trevor, lose the jacket. You're hiding the goods. Bubble Bloop donated. Says, you could make so much more if you ate more hot sauce. By the way, I do have the hot sauce. It's never left my desk. I've been staring at it all fucking week.
Oh, I know a secret.
All right, hold on to it. Hang on.
I can't tell you on stream anyway. I have to tell you off air.
God, people say I am the blue balls master of this channel.
I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking about what I just did. So.
JM Irvum, I don't know how to pronounce it. Thanks for the sub, my man. 3 guys smoking pot in a car. That's a great name. Thank you. This dude's name is 3 guys smoking pot in a car. That's fucking fantastic. Fat Dick Butt. Thank you, my man. Stainless Steel Rat. Thanks, dude, for all the gifted. He went off like a champion. I appreciate you. Phoenix Knight, cheers. Andrew Off. He gifted a ton. Thanks, bud. Tugboat Johnson 89. Thank you. Ness the Celeb. Appreciate you. Schwartzy. Love you, Schwartzy. Slurch. Thanks, my man. You will not ban me, Trevor. Sounds like a challenge.
That's a name?
He subbed. His name is You Will Not Ban Me, Trevor. All right.
He's right. I won't.
All right. Newbie Figa. Thank you. Ario Teabaggin. That's a good name. Ario Teabaggin is very good.
That. Yeah.
Oofgeg. Cheers,
make him
my
a
man.
moderator. Zach, make him a moderator.
Ario, no. Cornbread in Cambodia. That's a great one. Cornbread in Cambodia. He gifted a shit ton. TG Potato. Thanks, buddy. Brance Crantley. I like that. Talking to you here, Brance Crantley. Fitz 2120. Tugboat Johnson. The Flying 6969, Media Personality, Baby Kermie, Ancient Moth, Cat Hunting 2020, Twerkin Maggle, Twerkin always brings it, Ron Gina, God bless you guys. And then recently we just had Swifty Whiskey, Chris Rage. He says, what the fuck is a sub anniversary? I don't know. Grimp Phoenix, Temple of the Syrinx? Jesus Christ. Stainless Steel Rat, The Vike 13, Airbud's Father, Tosca Owl. All right, and then this guy says, Ario Teabaggin says, hey, Zach, who's a comedy hero of yours that you've met, and were they who you thought they'd be?
Well, that's a good question.
I spent a drunken evening with Steve Coogan, and it wasn't fun.
I was there.
No, you weren't.
I was, but
No.
I was only at I was at the beginning. I wasn't at the.
You didn't
the
go to
end.
the hotel with us.
I didn't go to the hotel, but I was at the beginning, and he was very rude to me too.
Yeah,
and
he's a dick.
I adore. I'm Alan Partridge. It's one of my favorite comedy shows ever made, but I bailed, and then you went off with him.
Yeah, you were smart. I wasn't even playing. I was in the cab
I'm
with
such
Cara.
a shitty actor.
What?
That's because I'm such a shitty actor.
Yeah. Yes. I'm more talented than you, which is why I make bad decisions.
So not as smart. Yeah.
I was in the cab with Cara. We were going somewhere else, and then she got a text. She was like, our night just got crazy. We're going to hang out with Steve. And then we like... So I wasn't even really like I made the decision. It was just like, I guess, all right. But yeah, he sure was rude, man. He did not care.
I met him, and my manager was like, "Oh, you should meet him. You're a huge fan. You should meet him like that." And I was like, That's not what I do. I don't ever want to meet anyone. Like, I go to a party and I just hang out with the couple people that I went with. I hope no one talks to me. But they were like, come on over, talk to him like that. And so he was talking to somebody like that, and then there was a lull in the conversation, and they were like, "No," and I was like, "Hi, Trevor. I do this show. I'm a huge fan," like that, and he didn't even look at me. He just goes like,
"Oh," and
kept talking, and I was like, and I laughed. I was like, "All right, well," because it was such an asshole thing. But I was like, "Okay," and so then I was like, "I'm out, bye," like that. Yeah. And then I heard your story, which was like you went and hung out with him.
Yeah. And so we go to this bar, and it's just me and him and Cara. Cara, by the way, is the Whitest Kids manager. She's a lovely, wonderful person. But Cara and Steve are old friends. So I go with Cara, and it's just the three of us sitting in a booth in an empty bar. So it's very intimate. And I, by the way, didn't say big fan or anything like that, because I already kind of could. I think I'd heard that he was a prick, so I was just like,
probably. Yeah. People are like, "Did you see what he fucking did to Trevor?"
I didn't know that. I didn't know that he did that. So I'm just like, I buy the first round. I buy us all drinks, and I'm sitting there, and fucking homeboy didn't look at me one single time. And I think I might have asked him a couple questions that were like not even showbiz, because I'm trying to just play it super cool, like. I'm not gonna be like, hey, still talk to Rob Brydon? Like, no, I'm not doing any of that. I'm just like, we're staying at the hotel he's staying at. I'm like, yeah, I haven't been here before. This is a pretty cool. Is this where you stay when you come to town?
I heard you said, I look like your son. I should play your son in things.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna not say that, right? People say I'm the next you. It's only natural that we would, collaborate. Dude. He was just a fucking asshole. And then some British guy came up. Some drunk British guy came up and was like, "Oi, Steve. Oi, Steve." He's like, and he turned and started talking to that guy and like having a conversation. Fuck it, whatever. Maybe he just didn't like me.
But also the other thing is, like, yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure that that you've been rude to people that you didn't mean to be. Like, I know I have.
I'm sure.
I know I have. So, like,
But I do try and be nice, and you do too. I've seen you in public. If somebody comes up and says, "Hey, I love your show," we invariably are like, "Thank you so much." Eye contact. You know, we might not stop and talk forever, but like we're gonna be nice.
Every 3 years, when someone comes up and says, "I've seen your show," I'm like, "Oh, here we go. All right."
I'm not gonna
What
suck
can I
your
do
dick
for
because you
you?
like my show, bitch.
Yeah.
Who do you think has been? Have any of us? Have you ever seen any of the Whitest Kids be rude in those situations? Don't say what you're about to say.
Don't ask me shit like this.
All right. Wait a minute. Now I wonder what you're about to say, because.
You can't ask me shit like this.
Okay. All right. We could bring. I'll ask it tomorrow at Self Suck when everyone can defend themselves. All right.
Yeah.
Hang on. We got a few donations here in the past.
This is why there's so much conflict and drama in our group, is because of this show, the flagship show, where we just like.
I love it. Okay, so Skatefast Estas says, I'm looking at dicks and sometimes wonder about sucking my own dick. I'm not gay, though. All right, man.
I don't think it's gay to suck your own dick. Also, whatever.
It's not gay to suck your own dick. I would if I could. A Wanker89 donated $50. Says, love you guys. Well, I love you too. Prop Like It's Hot donated $5. Says, any stories about crazy venues / fun local crews? Grapist donated $4.20. Says, your comedy changed my life. Well, thanks, bud.
He doesn't say for the better.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's why I hesitated. Hold on and hang on donated. Says, I'm a teacher and I love you guys. You guys help me forget about the rest of the stuff. Can't wait for the movie. Thanks for being around. Thank you. Thank you very much. Succubus Sally says, I'll never be as cool as Ron Gina. Hey, we're all trying. 420 Chung's friend donated $50. Says, thanks. Thank you, my man. That is amazing. Timmy's dad donated $5. Says, wow, I thought you guys said there were... What? I thought you guys said we were way farther at hitting the goal. There's barely any PCP in there. There's a glitch. Don't worry about it. Okay, cool.
That's great.
Yeah, people are bringing it. Thank you, guys.
Dude, I mean, it really is. I was talking about this Twitch thing to some people like on the show, because they were like, because people were like, oh, what if we have a drink after? Because today was the last taping day of like this big run of shows, and they're like, oh, let's get drinks. I'm like, I can't. I gotta go do this Twitch thing.
Yeah.
And these people were talking about it, and I was like, and Sam was there, and we were just talking about it. It was like. It was like, it's actually it's really fun. Like there's like it's cool. It's a cool way to like interact with a community of, because otherwise you put stuff up and you run into people on the street, you do shows, you talk to people afterwards, or you'll get a comment here or there. But like this is so much more fun. I love this.
I look forward to this all week long. So I'm right there with you, man. It's super fun.
I like it.
Dear God, it actually
really
works. Someone gave me a sub. Thanks, buddy. Yes, good. Sorry.
Really only this show, though.
Yeah. I mean, but I will trudge through Self-Suck Saturday and everything else.
Yeah, to get to this. Why does kids should be on Twitch more, not just when they need more money for projects? Well, I guess what we're saying, homeboy, is that we will. We're enjoying it, and I've said regularly that I will continue doing this shit after we raise the money. So we're hanging. I'm probably
a Wanker89. Thank you for gifting.
As soon as we get the money, I'm probably out of here.
Fair enough. Different strokes, different folks.
No, I'll still do Newsboyz.
There you go. You guys changed my life for the better, he says, but I did corrupt an entire Christian middle school I went to when I found it. That makes me feel all tingly, and God bless you. I love you guys talking about how much it was to interact with the community, as the community asked if it's gay to suck your clone's dick. Wait, who's talking about sucking our clone's dick? That's not... I didn't hear about that.
Well, isn't that a sketch we did?
Yeah, no, well, that was going to be in...
Oh, that was a time travel thing.
Yeah.
Though.
How dare you say that about Collective Soul as your crush? No, dude, come on. I'm just fucking around. Come on. I love Collective Soul.
By the way, I don't think there's... I haven't talked to you. I'll just talk to you about it now on the thing. Like, Sam and I were talking... And I feel like maybe we don't do a Buckerson and Myers this week, just because the schedule's crazy. And then also Tuesday's the election. Tuesday's when Buckerson and Myers goes up, And so Sam and I are going to do the election thing. I think we take a week and we do Buckerson and Myers the following week. What do you think about that? Honestly, sorry to put you on the spot.
I'd be bummed, but it makes sense. Like we always said about Buckerson and Myers, we were never going to let it become like a stressful thing.
Yeah.
So if this week is, if it's stressing people out, then I don't want to do it. I don't think Buckerson and Myers benefits if everyone's doing it because we have to and we're tired and we're looking at our watches, that it's not going to be a good show. So
I just feel like, but this weekend is so crazy for a bunch of us that because we got to do self-suck tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like if we're going to do Buckerson and Myers on Sunday, after a gauntlet of things, it's not going to be as good.
No, you and Sam have been grinding, dude. That's fine. I think it's okay. I mean, look, we're not going to, everybody relax. We're not going to not do Buckerson and Myers.
No.
We're just going to be a week late. I'm sorry.
Also, Sam and I are super tight now and we have a plan.
Oh boy. Level 5
No,
hype
we're not tight at
train.
all.
What do we do if we hit 500? We got to do something. I don't know what we got to do, but we'll do something. If Buckerson and Myers needs to wait, it's okay. Good things comes to those who eat. I think that's a typo, my friend.
I will say that I think the Buckerson and Myers community is the most where is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
fine. That's great. Passion's awesome.
Yeah.
But also the Buckerson and Myers community does not like me anymore.
They turned on you.
Oh, they do not like me.
They really did. I noticed it.
Yeah.
They turned on you, dude.
I am persona non grata in the Buckerson and Myers
What do you
community.
think it was?
And you know what's fucked up?
What?
Is I kind of like it, which is what is that? And so they're just kind of oh, Trevor's being a douche. Trevor's being an asshole. And I'm like, oh, just fucking wait. Watch us. And I'm like, that's not healthy. That's not how a person should be.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, no, but I hang on. I don't want people to see work text coming in. Let me just do a quick thing here. Hold on a second.
Someone says, yeah, you sucked last episode. I disagree.
No, he didn't suck. Here we go.
I think the Buckerson and Meyer community is a little sensitive, honestly.
No, and it's not even, I don't think they're really turning on you either. Because, dude, I was getting a fuck ton of that exact, what you're getting this week, I was getting kind of near the beginning of this shit. I don't know what I did, but I was mean to Timmy or Sam or something like that. And everybody was fucking coming at me like I was a bully. Oh, dude, my work texts are going on the screen. Hang on. Fuck. Oh, I'm doing
I haven't
the wrong
seen
thing.
one yet.
Hold on, dude. This is no good. That's bad. All right, there we go. That's fixed.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people on the Buckerson and Myers thing that really want to see a game. Really want to see they're you guys are you're goofing around too much. You're not taking it seriously. Timmy's trying to do these stories and you're not doing them.
Right.
And my opinion on it is there's so many fucking things that do that.
Yeah, also
why would you do that?
All that matters is that we have fun. That's all that fucking matters. If we're not having fun, then it's not gonna be fun for anyone to watch.
And by we, you mean you and me.
Yeah, I'm not. That's what. Yes, let me be clear. It doesn't fucking matter if we're playing the game right or wrong. No one ever cared. That was the whole point of the very first episode. Is we don't respect this game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's fun. I actually like it.
And I've gotten invested in it. I actually feel like it's funny how it's kind of shaped up where everyone has a real character, I feel like I know what Bobo will say. I know what, nobody fucking knows what Peppermint will ever say because she's fucking crazy.
Yeah, because Darren.
What happened to him, dude?
I don't know.
I'm kidding.
He's very funny though.
I think Darren's the fan favorite, no doubt about it.
Yeah, when it gets to Darren's turn, I'm like, what are you gonna do?
I know, dude. It's fucking amazing, dude. It really
Darren
is.
Darren
Is the star of the show.
Darren's probably the one that you, me, and Sam are all in contact all the time. Timmy, you can't. He just texts all the time, so you can't not be in contact with Timmy. Whether you like it or not, you've ever met Timmy, you're gonna be around. He's gonna be around forever. But Darren, we talk to him less frequently than everybody else.
Yeah.
So then playing this game, you're like, I have no idea what Darren's doing.
Yeah. Amazing. It's pretty great. Zach, what's the new show about? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
What's the new
text
show
I'm
about?
getting? No, I can't get into it. I love you, Dad. Pissy for life. Is Darren from PA? Well, no, Darren lives in Pennsylvania, but he grew up in Texas.
But he seems to be traveling
That
like
motherfucker
10
travels.
months out of a year.
Yeah. What show of yours did you try the hardest for? What sketch did we try the hardest for? I don't know.
Is that no? What show?
I don't know what that means. Try the hardest for.
Well, you've been on a ton of shows. Like, how many shows have you been on? How many shows have you been on?
Like as a regular, where I was like one of the leads, or just like
No,
how many
just
TV shows have I appeared on?
shows?
I have
Yeah.
no fucking idea. 10. I don't know.
10.
Maybe more.
Which of those did you try the hardest on?
Whitest Kids, honestly. I mean, Whitest Kids was a ton of energy.
Yeah, we had no budget, so we.
Every show after Whitest Kids that I was just an actor
Easy.
on, dude, feels like when I was a little kid, I was on the swim team, right? And I hated it. It was so hard. Like just doing laps all day, and it made the pool like horrible. But I remember I would go, one time I went and there was swim practice, and for whatever reason I couldn't do it, and I had my shoes on, and I was walking on the pool deck with my shoes on and laced up while everyone was doing laps. And it was this weird feeling where I was like, I've got my shoes on at the pool. I am not working. Like I got it made in the fucking shade. It was like sleeping in on a snow day. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like
Acting,
the weights were off.
yeah. Acting on a show where I'm not the writer, producer, director, or anything like that is like having my shoes on at the pool. I'm just hanging out, man. All I got to do is say fucking lines that guy wrote over there. I got to stand here, look where they tell me to look. I can watch this place melt down. I don't give a fuck. It's not coming out of my paycheck. It's fucking sweet, man. It's easy.
I had I think I had the opposite like feeling like where because when Whitest Kids ended, like I did a sitcom like right after
Breaking In with Christian Slater.
Like on Fox, and I wasn't a writer. I had no control over it, like and you and I are coming from a place where we were in control of everything
and
like,
obsessed with everything. Yeah,
and like in the edit, like we would just fine tune everything. Which is embarrassing because the editing's horrible on that show now that I look at it.
Yeah,
like
it has its moments.
Yeah. And then I was just like sitting in a fucking trailer all day. And you know me, I'm not a reader. So there's nothing to do. Like, I'm just sitting around, and then and then I would do these jokes that I didn't write, and I felt nothing. Like when it would like be funny or not, like I was like, I didn't write this, so it's like not me.
Yeah.
And then like I would call the producer all the time, like, how are the ratings doing? And they're like, just giving me this bullshit, like everything's great kind of thing. And I'm like, no, I'm cool. I want to know how the show is like doing. And I called my agents and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, which is the dumbest thing you can ever fucking do. Never tell your agents you don't want to act.
What did well, tell me more about this. First of all, you said you don't want to act anymore?
Yeah, I was like, I only want to do my own things. Like, I only want to, like, I was like, I don't like this. Like, I don't like just, sitting, because I was just sitting in a trailer all day.
Sure.
And also the shows that you're on, you've always been like the lead or like a co-lead or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Like I was, like 5th or 6th on the.
Yeah,
the
that's
sheet.
no good. That's no good.
So like my character would show up and like, he had funny lines. But like I was basically mostly a guy who was just like, the comic relief for a scene. I'd say the thing at the end where I'd be like, wow, seems like that's a lot of pie. And then everybody would be like, laugh at it, like kind of thing, like, that sort of thing. And it was like, it was fun, but it wasn't like, I was like, I can't just sit in this trailer forever.
Yeah. Yeah. People don't realize, maybe they do, but I feel like, wait, somebody says I could beat up Zach if not for his shirt. Oh, I thought that was going to be funnier. People don't realize acting is like the dumbest job that there is. Like, dude, you don't do anything. Even as the star of the thing, 80% of your time, you're just sitting around, man. Like, more than 80, dude. 95. Like, if you're the star of a movie, You could be the only fucking person on screen. You're acting maybe 5% of the day. Maybe. If you're lucky, dude. It's just like waiting around, eating craft service, standing in a maybe. It's just fucking, it's monotonous. And it can wear at you. And if you don't like the material, you're fucked. Anyway, whatever. That's not really profound what I just said, but it's goddamn true.
It's a conversation.
But I feel like people think that and I thought this too before I started working in this industry, is like acting was like basically living the adventure. You know what I mean? I would watch Indiana Jones and be like, so acting is like running from these guys and then you jump in the thing and then you sit. It's like, no, it's not like that at all.
Yeah. No, I think that writing is more specifically for me. Mm-hmm. I think writing is more fun than acting. Yeah. Because it's like, because you're in a room and you're like all working off each other, and when something hits, it's like surfing. Yeah. Where it's like, oh, it's up. We're still up. Somebody else says something. Yeah. It's still funny. Someone else says something. It's still up. It's still funny. Timmy said something. All right, we'll get the next wave. Like that.
That's funny. Yeah, dude. Tom Cruise made acting be living the adventure. I mean, okay.
Dude, he's incredible.
Yeah, I know.
He's like fucking old. Like he could almost be a senator.
Yeah, dude, he is, man. I mean, that guy's crazy. Wait, can I tell some Tom Cruise stories?
Please do.
Oh, this will be fun. These are great. I have so many. Okay.
Have you ever met him?
No, I've never met him. Have you met him?
No, but I love that you have a ton of Tom Cruise stories.
Yeah, but just because I collect them, because I'm just so fascinated with him. So whenever I meet someone who's worked with him, I'm just like, what do you got? Because everybody who's ever met him has a story.
You've worked with him, but I love Drake Bell stories, and I collect them, and I bring them out at parties, and I'm just like, here's a fun thing. Like, like I have a friend who worked with Drake Bell. Yeah. Now here's 20 stories.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a good one. So a friend of mine who I worked with was he was a producer on a lot of big movies, and one of the movies he's a producer on was I think it's called Oblivion, right? That Morgan Freeman, Tom Cruise sci-fi movie, right?
It's a good movie.
Is it good? I never saw it.
Well, that's the thing. Is like Tom Cruise doesn't do fucking. I mean, like they're like even like the worst Tom Cruise movie, except Day and Night. Day and Night fucking blows. But like,
besides, which one's Day and Night? Oh, is that the Cameron Diaz one?
Yeah, remember when Whitest Kids like started on television, they gave us cards that we could go to any movie for free. Yeah. So we had those. So Sam and I would just go to movies for like 15 minutes and leave, and we went to see this Cameron Diaz Tom Cruise movie called Day and Night. It was the worst piece of shit I've ever seen. But besides that, all of his movies are fine at worst. Like Yeah. I can't really think of any Tom Cruise movie I've seen where I was like, that was a piece of shit. But I never saw Oblivion, so I don't know. But okay, so my buddy, he goes to, it's before they start shooting the movie, and they're gonna have a read through at Tom Cruise's house, right? And this is back. He's still married to Katie Holmes at this time. Oh, I love this story. This is a great story.
And so he goes to, and it's really small. It's not like a whole ton. It's like they're in Tom Cruise's living room. It's like sofas and shit like that. And it's like it's my buddy. It's the main producer. It's Tom Cruise. It's Katie Holmes. And I think it's like one other guy. It's just like that's it. So it's very intimate. And fucking Tom Cruise is reading the lines, and he's acting out everything he does, and not like acting out like he's getting into it. Like, dude, if he's doing a somersault, Tom Cruise is doing a fucking somersault. He said he was like popping over the couch and going like, and then I'll be like, and like doing all of it, like going full on to the whole thing. And he said it was the weirdest fucking thing, and the whole time he's doing it, Katie Holmes has got like a yellow legal pad, and she's just like taking notes, and she's not saying a fucking word. She's not reading. She's not doing anything. She's just like writing. It's just like Tom is like so into it, and then at one point, Katie like rips off a page from the legal pad and passes it to Tom Cruise, and he goes, everyone be quiet, Katie has something to say. and he takes it. He takes her paper and he's
This
goes
woman I have hired to be my wife
Yeah.
has something to say.
he's like, Katie has something to say. And he takes it and he goes, what? No, Katie, that would never work. And then he goes back into the fucking thing. It's just like, dude,
That's awesome.
what a maniac.
I don't know. I mean, can you imagine doing anything and then Katie Holmes giving you notes? You're like, what are you? What was your show? What was the thing? How are you here?
Dawson's Creek?
Like, Dawson's Creek. Oh, right. Dawson's Creek. Like, yeah. So you probably got hired when you were like 13 or something like that. And then I lured you into a 10-year contract. Like, don't give me notes on Oblivion.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait. Here's another one. This is a good one. My friend Brooke, who was on Wrecked, she played Karen, the lady who worked at Bing, who was like hysterical. I don't even know how she knows it. She's really close with some guy who's not in showbiz, but I think he's like Adam Sandler's best friend, and he's not Alan Covert. He's not part of the Happy Madison thing. He's like a civilian who's just like super close with Adam, and Adam brings him, I don't know why, to there's like some dinner in Beverly Hills, and it's just for A-list celebrities. It's and this guy. So it's like Adam Sandler and like Jim Carrey and Tom Cruise is there, and I don't know, a whole fucking ton of people. And fucking somebody says Judd Apatow. That's very funny. And so apparently it's not going well. Like it's like a long table. There's like 10, and I think they're all guys. And they're like just 10 movie stars. And it's like awkward. Like they don't really know each other. They're not jiving. A skunk just sprayed my door, dude. It reeks in here all of a sudden. Oh my.
Really?
Dude, it's insane.
Your
It
eyes
smells
start burning.
so skunky, crazy. Anyway, I might have to literally leave the room, dude.
This might be the end of Newsboyz.
Yeah. Anyway, so apparently, whenever there's an awkward lull in conversation, Jim Carrey fills it, right? Like, so the whole fucking dinner, according to the story I've told, is that it's just Jim Carrey monologuing, and he's just like doing what we could imagine he's doing, and he says after like a half hour of just Jim Carrey doing shtick, Tom Cruise, who hasn't said a word for like 45 minutes, he pounds his hand on the table, like rattles every dish on the table, and he goes, "Do you ever stop?" I guess Tom Cruise hates Jim Carrey.
That's
Pretty
amazing.
fucking awesome.
I met Jim Carrey twice, and he's very nice. He actually, you know what he really likes is the slow jerk sketch.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
That's
like
cool.
I met him twice, like 7 years apart, and he brought it up both times.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
that's funny.
like yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Are you a big fan of Jim Carrey? You like Jim Carrey, right?
Oh, as a kid, I fucking loved Jim
I mean,
Carrey.
dude,
Like,
Dumb and Dumber. What's funnier than Dumb and Dumber?
there was a year where he did Dumb and Dumber, like Ace Ventura and the Man. I mean, all those movies like came out like within like a year, and we were like 12 or 13. It's like what it was aimed at. I was like, wow, this guy's funny, like kind of thing. But no, I mean, yeah, I never. There's so much. I'm not good at watching at following people. You know?
Like following their careers.
Yeah, like I'm not. I don't know. I'm not good at that.
Sure. I mean, who is? Like who?
It feels like a lot of people are. Like
Really?
there's
What
like people.
what
people have-
adult like follows
Oh my
someone's
God,
career
I feel like
closely,
so many
like an
people have
actor?
favorite celebrities. You know,
don't know.
kind of thing.
Ron Gina says, my name came from Ace Ventura, Mandinga, Rongina. Okay, I had.
Someone said "Liar Liar" is one of my favorite comedies. "Liar Liar" is fantastic.
Liar Liar is fantastic.
That is an underrated comedy.
It is.
Like,
It is. I'll put it on. I'll still watch it. Did you know my wife was in Liar Liar?
what?
Yeah. So this
As
is kind of
what?
crazy. She was like 8 years old at the time. She was one of the kids in the class, right? And
Okay.
she shot a whole scene with Jim Carrey. Like Like a whole, like, he's like lying to her. So I don't fucking know, but like she had like a whole scene. And she goes to the premiere with, she gets like a dress. It's like, a year later when the movie finally comes out, and she goes,
Right.
she's like a little darling kid. So excited to be in this big funny Jim. She said, by the way, she was like, Jim Carrey was like the greatest. He was like so funny and sweet, and like talked to all the kids at lunch, and like talked out of his butt, and it was like blah blah blah.
Well,
She
he's
loved
like,
it.
I feel like he was super poor.
Poor. Oh yeah, in Canada when he was growing up.
I feel like the people who started out poor end up being like more formed human. Like, most actors and if you ever Google the parents of like any actor or actress or like anybody that you see a lot, Google their parents. It's fun.
Interesting.
So it's like the people who seem to be super poor when they start, they seem to be very appreciative kind of thing.
Yeah. Anyway, the end of the story is Sarah goes to the premiere. They didn't tell her that she got cut out of the movie. So you can really see the back of her head in the classroom. She's like an extra. It's like, welcome to Hollywood, kid.
That sucks.
Yeah, it super sucks.
Hey, do you think your wife likes me better than Sam?
No, she knows Sam better than you because she did the pack stuff with him.
Oh, so she likes me less than Sam.
Yeah, but it's just because she knows him better.
Ooh, Jesus.
Yeah.
It's fucking brutal.
Yeah, hey man, I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I wouldn't do that.
No. I wanted the real answer.
But it's not like she doesn't like you. She just knows Sam.
No, nobody doesn't like me. But
Right,
I mean,
right. Except for the YouTube people.
except for
fans of
except
Fuckers
for
and
our
Myers.
fans who fucking hate me.
Yeah.
Our so-called fans. I do great with regular people. Our fans don't care for me a bit.
Yeah. Do you think Amy likes me more than Sam?
Huh, that's an interesting question.
She definitely knows Sam more than me.
She definitely knows Sam more than you, but I think there's more of a nostalgia with you because you guys grew up in the same area and you have the same like high school friends.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how. I don't know.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
It sounds like a draw.
Yeah, I feel like that's, but not just being a political, like not being a diplomatic draw. I actually think it's an actual draw.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Does Sam actually have a huge crush on your wife, Zach? I don't know. No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Somebody says, would you fuck AOC or ACB? What is ACB? Is
What's
that something I'm
ACB?
supposed to know?
All cops are bastards. That's ACAB.
Yeah, that's not that.
I mean, AOC is kind of hot,
Yeah, I think so.
right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Amy Coney Barrett.
Amy Coney
Oh.
Barrett is ACB.
Amy Coney Barrett.
Oh.
Like, we're not talking about, like, I'm just talking just in a shallow.
Wait, you're more attracted to Amy Coney Barrett than AOC?
I think so.
Wow. Interesting. Wasn't your wife in Halloween Town 4 or something? Yeah, she was in one of those Halloween Town. Yeah, Sarah did a Halloween Town movie, which I guess
Someone says
I've never
AOC
heard
is-
of. What?
Someone says AOC is way hotter. AOC is annoying.
I mean,
you know
yeah.
what? Yeah. All right. Oh, someone says you're a racist. Wait. How?
Don't even. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So every year around Halloween, Sarah gets on Twitter like 1,000 hate comments because I guess people didn't like her in this movie called like Halloween Town 3 or something like that. Maybe it's 4. I don't know. So it's always like Halloween is like a bad time to be on Twitter for her. She just has to like.
Oh,
turn
really?
it off.
Does
Yeah.
she do like the don't go on? Man, Trevor is objectively wrong about AOC. You
I
don't know
agree.
what I like. You don't know what I like. I could like ladies my own age. I could be one of those weird Hollywood people who likes women my own age. There you go. Take that.
Yeah, you're a freak, dude. You're a perv.
Yeah.
Oh, she was in 4? Okay. Got it. Thank you for setting the record straight. I'm glad to know that. Oh, somebody says they prefer her in Halloween Town. I will tell her that, and it will make her day.
Wait, what's how old is she in that movie? What is the movie? Does she get murdered? Is it
I've not seen. I have no fucking idea.
You haven't seen all your wife's movies?
Dude, you know how many movies Sarah's been in? Seriously? Like,
No,
she
I have no
doesn't even.
idea.
Dude, her IMDb is like 60 plus things. I don't know. It's forever.
You didn't watch all of them?
No, I think I've only seen like 3 things she's ever been in. We don't sit around like watch each other's shit. That'd be weird.
I'm gonna watch every single one of your wife's movies.
Have
You
fun.
think she'll like me more than Sam if I do that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Um,
I'm not gonna do that.
can I pick a book from your background? Somebody wants to pick a book from your background.
Oh
The only
yeah,
thing
sure.
people can read is the word saints.
Where?
Other side.
Yeah, what book? What do people want to see? So I'll tell you how the book shelf goes. All of this is my wife's. This is me, the one that you can't see. That's all like the fucked up shit.
What do you got? What's fucked up? You got like Protocols of the Elders of Zion? What do you got over there?
No, I don't have that. Remember, you and I both, we had what was it?
Skip.
There was a Okay. What do I got? Yeah. What okay, so this last section over here, this is my shelf. If somebody pick something, I'll pick it up.
Somebody says, I want to see the 5th book from the left. On which shelf, dude?
So this is this is the history of the IRA.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Irish Republican Army.
I read a book this year about the IRA. I can't remember what it was called, but it was good.
There's a photo that I love. I'll show it to you. And so there's when we moved into this house a couple years ago, you've seen it. There's a giant picture of the Beatles.
It's ridiculous.
On the landing. It's easily like 7 feet tall, like probably like 8 feet wide. Like it's this giant picture of the Beatles. I don't like the Beatles.
It's
they're
floor to
fine.
ceiling, dude. It's floor to ceiling, and it's
Ceiling.
mounted on the wall. It's like it's part of the wall.
It's how we bought it. Yeah. I almost. Yeah. But like, I'm not a big Beatles guy. I don't care for them. I turn the channel when they come on. I'm Rolling Stones. And so I'm. It's such
Just
a
like you
douche.
say, I'm Rolling Stones, and then people are like, you suck, Trevor.
Yeah. Look, I'm doubling down. Everyone says I'm douchey because I'm drinking White Claw and drinking and vaping. Yeah. I'm Rolling Stones. But there's this fantastic picture. So I was like, I'm gonna rip this thing down. I'm gonna get the Beatles the fuck out of here. And
Well, I said you should have put Oasis above the Beatles, like in
That's
the
pretty
Oasis
funny.
font, which would have been really funny. And people would have been like, "That's not Oasis, dude. That's the fucking Beatles." And you'd be like, every time you could act like, "Are you kidding?" It would be really cool.
So there's this fantastic picture that's like probably one of my favorite pictures ever, and that's what I wanted to get over my whole wall, and my wife wouldn't let me. But
What
it's
is it?
it's a picture of the IRA, fucking in the middle of like a terror attack, but there's a woman with a machine gun shooting. It's not a machine gun, but it's like a semi-auto. But like and I just think it's the greatest fucking picture. Here, hold on. Let me figure out how to share it. It's gonna take me a second. Sorry.
It's all good. I'm just looking at chat.
Are we?
Oh, so people are saying this woman died protecting her husband. Is that what you're talking about? A woman who did she die?
No idea. I don't really know the story about it. Like, but I love this image. It's like one of my favorite pictures, and this is what I wanted to have like over my like whole wall. And then my wife was like, "What's wrong with you?"
Everyone in chat is convinced that what the woman you're about to show us is dead.
This. I just think that's such a cool image. You know?
It's cool. It's not cool. It's a rad
Yeah.
jacket.
Yeah. It's like, how cool is that lady? I mean, besides, I mean, like, not beyond whatever she's into, like, but like, that's a fucking cool image. So I was like, we'll replace the Beatles with that. And my wife was like, absolutely not. And,
Well, you do have a young boy living in the house. Yeah.
yeah. So then we had friends over, and we were talking about it. I was like, "Yeah, this is the picture I want," and I showed it, and it all got weird because our friend, who's Irish, I didn't realize this. Her father was killed by an IRA car bomb.
That's bad.
Awkward dinner.
Yeah. That'd be
Yeah.
like somebody being like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get this this thing here of Al Qaeda. It's such a cool picture of Al Qaeda." And be like, "Yeah, okay, bro."
Yeah, and then she's like, and like my dad was Daniel Pearl or something like that, like
Yeah. Or just an American who lived in New York
Right.
at the time.
I shouldn't have gone specific. That's a comedy death right there.
Um, uh, did I ever tell you that story about Ryan? He's in New York. This is a long, long time ago.
I love this. I love this story.
He brings this girl home, right? He meets
I
this
tell-
girl at the bar.
I tell people this story.
Oh, you do really?
Yeah, I love it.
This,
Yeah.
this is one of my best friends. The dude, he's in the band with me. He's a very sweet guy. Meets this girl at the bar, brings her back to his apartment in Brooklyn, and they're feeling good. Things are progressing. He's pretty sure this is gonna go where he wants it to go, and he's like, "Let me put some tunes on," and he pulls out the album Desire by Bob Dylan. Phenomenal record. Actually, might be my personal favorite, which I know is sacrilege, but whatever. And the first song is The Story of Hurricane, which is like a 10-minute long song about...
Here comes the story of
here's the story of the hurricane. And it's a true story, this song, about the false conviction of the boxer played by Denzel Washington in the movie Hurricane. I forget the guy's real name. Sorry. And in the song, Bob Dylan goes off on like the judges and the whole justice system. And he like calls them out for being like total pieces of shit. So Ryan puts this song on and he's like, "All right, baby." And she immediately goes like white. And she's like, "Why are you doing this?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "Oh my God, are you doing this on purpose?" He's like, "What's happening?" And she's like, "My father was the judge in this, he sentenced him. He was guilty, okay? And he deserved to go to," and she just like went fucking crazy. And it was just like, and like stormed out. It was just like, the dude is like, I don't know, fucking ridiculous, man.
I love that.
Yeah, pretty wild. Not great movie. Yeah, it's true.
New York's a crazy place.
Yeah, but it is not like fuck music. Hurricane is like a pretty aggressive, fast song. Like, you could have put on a different Dylan song.
Do you like Dylan?
I do, big time.
Oh God, I've tried so many times. Like,
Yeah.
I hope I'm not being contrarian here, but I mean, I'll just be honest. I try, but it's like the guy just like doesn't like. I don't want to listen to a 17-minute song. Like, you know what I do like is the Tangled Up in Blue.
Sure.
That's the one that I'm like, okay, I really like this song. I still think it could be, 25% as long, but all of his stuff is like, and you're like, I get it. Okay, cool. That's cool. Good wordplay. You're a fucking great writer. And he's like, and you're like, again, fucking awesome. Great job, man. Great, really good. Then like 20 minutes later, he's like, man, you changed nothing. It's all the fucking same. You're just fucking, you're just write a fucking book.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
I would say maybe check out, there's Live 1966 at the Royal Albert Hall, disc 2. It is like my favorite live recording ever. It's not long-winded songs. It fucking rocks. So
Really?
good. Maybe check it out. Yeah. What do you think of the Grateful Dead? You don't like the Grateful Dead, do you?
I don't dislike them. I fucking hate hippies.
Sure.
No. Hippies are fine,
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
No, I respect the anti-hippie sentiment. I get it.
They were annoying when we were growing up. You know, it was like the kids that would be like, "Oh, I'm a hippie," and we're like, "What?"
I aggressively hated hippies in high school. Yeah.
Yeah. Grateful Dead. I like the "Riding My Train" song. I love "Touch of Grey." Like,
Great song.
I'm a guy that just listens to fucking Taylor Swift all day. Like, I don't have a sensitive palate with music. Like, I like my favorite song of theirs is the one that was the most commercially successful, which was Touch of Grey. Like when I hear, sometimes I go to the Sirius, they do the Grateful Dead thing, and I'm like, oh, because I want to be a cool music guy. Like I want to like cool music, and whenever I try, I'm like, I'm like, what am I doing? I try like 2 days. Like I can't tell you the amount of times I've tried to get into Frank Zappa. And I'll be like, all right, no, Frank Zappa is gonna be. This is it. We're gonna get into him. And then I listen to it. And I'm like, I'm bored. I don't care.
Sure.
Like,
Sure. Yeah. Are you a Pink Floyd fan? You're a Pink Floyd fan.
I love Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like Zeppelin?
Not really.
Really?
Like
I thought you would.
I think they've got some incredible, like, objectively amazing, like, riffs.
Yeah.
Like, but also like so much of it is about like, I don't like, like some of their coolest shit. Like what's the one about Lord of the Rings?
I mean, most of their shit.
Yeah. It's like, it's like awesome music. And then the fucking lamest thing you could ever write a song about. Like, Frodo went to the, and you're like,
they don't say
Christ.
Frodo in any songs.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
They're like, he's a hibbly hobbly, like it was the frizzy fruzzy drinks that he had. It's like, this is fucking terrible. Like, but I do like, Immigrant Song is incredible. Their riffs are great.
Yeah, they're great.
What's the most embarrassing band that you like?
The most embarrassing band that I like?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. I don't know. Let me think about that.
I got to use the restroom. Is that cool?
Yeah, of course.
2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I'll think on that. It's the most embarrassing band I like. I don't know, man. No, not Nickelback. Jesus Christ. Spice Girls. Oh, Ace of Base. Probably Ace of Base. I fucking love Ace of Base, dude. And I know they're lame, but I fucking, that shit just, it slaps. Beach Boys is awesome. Rob Zombie sucks. Do you like Greta Van Fleet? Greta Van Fleet. No, I don't listen to Greta Van Fleet. Sorry, man. I like Joe Walsh. Joe Walsh is the shit. I was listening to that the other day. Ace of Base is coded racism? What? They used coded racism? I don't know about that. That's news to me. What do they do? Ace of Base is Nazis? What are you talking about? Tell me this isn't true, guys. Limp Bizkit. No, I fucking hate Limp Bizkit. I never liked that band. Listen to Cot Death by... All right, hang on. Do you like Andrew WK? I would file that under like a guilty pleasure, but I never really listened to it that much. I listened to the most recent, maybe it's the most recent, Andrew WK record when I was shooting Wrecked, and I needed it because I felt so alone and depressed. And like shooting Wrecked was hard for me because like everyone would get so fucking obliterated every single night. And I don't drink. So every night I had the same decision to make. Do I hang out with the same wasted people for 3 months in a row, or do I go be alone in my room? And mostly I would hang out with the drunk people, but it sucks when you're around trash people and you're not trashed. So I listened to that Andrew WK record, the most recent one, which is the most like unabashedly like, he has like spoken word chapters in between every song where he's like, you are loved and you are special and you are a fuck, like, and like you could party as you. And I was like, for whatever, I like needed that in that moment. So I do fuck with Andrew WK a little bit.
Are you saying Andrew WK is your guilty pleasure? Because Andrew WK I think is cool.
He's lame.
Really?
I don't know. I think it's kind of lame.
I like Andrew WK.
Yeah.
That first out, but I have lame music, so you're right. Okay, I get it.
It's fine. No, he's not like look. There's lamer shit than Andrew WK.
Right.
Andrew WK, whatever. Why am I saying Andrew WK UK? Jesus Christ. But he's not cool. He's not cool.
I think he is.
All right.
Did you meet him in Austin?
No, I never met him. I know Timmy knows him, right?
Yeah, we went down to one of his things, and like he was like he's super cool. Like
it would be weird if he wasn't. Like if he was just like a Steve Coogan kind of a dick, they'd be like, dude, what the fuck?
He's great. He's a great guy.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. You know what I'm listening to a lot right now that I am actually getting into is Brian Jonestown Massacre.
Dude, fuck yeah. Have you heard the record "Take It from the Man"?
No, I'm doing the Spotify thing. See, this is the fucked up thing about getting into a band post Spotify is like you don't listen to albums.
I do.
Like I'm just going and listening to like songs that like, but I'm obsessed with Brian Jonestown Massacre.
Brian Jonestown Massacre has this one song. I think it's called David Bowie, I Love You. Is that what it's called? Do you know this song? Dude, it is fucking I gotta just play 30 seconds of it to see if you know it. Yes. Oh, wait. Will you be able to hear this?
I don't know.
Hang on a second. I'm not a huge Brian Jonestown fan, but that song is fucking crazy, dude.
Dude, I like everything about that band. Even the fucking name I think is great. Like you take like the Dead Rolling Stones and then you put it with the Jim Jones Massacre. It's like so fucking negative and dark where it's just like, it's just like we're not trying to be famous.
Yeah.
And I fucking love that.
And like, Anton, have you seen Dig? Have you seen the documentary about them?
I've never watched it. I want to watch it. I'm like following Anton on everything now, like on all
is he
social
active?
media. It's boring. Like he's basically like went to get lunch today, and you're like, all right, like it's not good, but like I'm like so fucking into it. I want to watch Dig, but I'm like waiting. Like
you should watch it. It's cool. It's not great. It's not like an awesome doc, but it's cool. Do you know? I remember Ivan's story about Anton.
No.
Oh, dude. So they toured when Ivan was in Vietnam. They toured with, I think they toured with Brian Jonestown Massacre. I'm not sure, or a band that Anton was in. But anyway, they were, for whatever reason, they were on their way through the desert, and they were in the Vietnam van. And I guess Anton was like had a fight with the rest of Brian Jonestown Massacre. So he was
like
riding. What's that?
He's always fighting.
Yeah, he's always fighting. Yeah. So he was riding with the Vietnam guys in their van. And Josh from Vietnam is a maniac, right? That dude's like probably criminally insane.
I like Josh, but yeah.
Okay, well he's crazy. Although he's cool as shit. I'm like intimidated by how cool he is, but I don't want to be around him. Yeah. But I guess Josh and Anton got in a fight, and I think Josh punched Anton in the face. Maybe I'm getting that wrong, but they kicked him out in the middle of the desert. In the middle of the fucking desert, like nothing around. They're like, get the fuck out of the van. They threw him out of the van. They shut the door and they left him there on the side of the fucking road. Like
Didn't Josh punch everybody? Didn't he punch Mike and Ivan and all those guys? Like he's just a puncher.
He punched Mike. I know he punched Mike. Yeah.
Yeah. Some guys are just punchers.
I like those kinds of guys. As long as they're not punching me, I like to be around it. I always have. I've always enjoyed being around violence. I just don't want to be involved in it, but I like to watch it. Somebody keeps asking if we like the White Stripes. I don't dislike them. I'm not like a fan, but
yeah, I don't think I've ever owned an album, but like what I like is that Seven Nation Army riff.
It's great.
Seven Nation Army riff is fucking fantastic. Yeah, that's great.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Peanut Butter, a.k.a. Sam Brown, was a puncher. I know. It's funny. I don't think I've ever seen Sam commit any violence whatsoever, except like against me.
I think he'd be a horrible fighter.
He like punched me in the balls one time, really hard. But it wasn't like a real fight. He was just like pranking me too hard. You think he'd be a horrible fighter?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He's so big. I mean, he's a huge person.
Yeah, but he's not fast.
Yeah, and he's not super coordinated. Like, I don't think he would have like a fucking like rockin' hook. I think he would just kind of like.
And he's more of an argue guy. Like, I think like he could get really intense with Sam, and then whenever like somebody punched him, he'd be like, "What? We're punching?" Like, like I don't. He's not a violent guy.
No, he's not. He's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Surprised he's not calling us right now.
I bet Timmy could beat up Sam.
Well, Timmy just has so much rage.
Fucking hate. He's a little ball of
people
hate.
Don't realize this. Timmy has just below the surface lava.
People see Timmy as like, it's zucchini. We're gonna make zucchini, like that.
They don't know.
Okay.
There's a real darkness there. A reserve of darkness.
He's a sassy little bitch.
He would climb Sam like a spider monkey and claw his eyes out. Yeah. You remember somebody in chat just said, "Want me to eat horseradish, guys?" That was so funny, dude. Oh my God. The horseradish. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, all right, man. Well, it's 10:05. What do you think? Feel like we did it?
Yeah, I think this was a calm before the storm.
Yep. Yep.
I think that at the next Newsboys, you're gonna be I don't know. Hopefully you'll be fine, but like you could be like unhinged.
I mean,
Like,
I'll just say it here. I'm gonna kill myself if it doesn't go my way on Tuesday.
you think you're really gonna kill yourself?
No.
Okay.
No.
I
But
mean, dude, you can fucking kill yourself if you want. I'm not.
yeah, no, I know it's my
Yeah.
that's my prerogative, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm cool. I'm cool.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
gonna.
thanks, man. You
I'm,
get
I'm
it.
not gonna narc you.
Yeah. Nate says too dark. Shut up, Nate.
Oh, dude, I went down a fucking comedy black hole tonight.
What?
I was interviewing somebody. I don't know if I should say this.
Do it.
Yeah, well, whatever. Fuck. I was interviewing somebody, and they were talking about something that it was a little tinged dark, and I was like, oh, well, why do you think that? And then they kind of stopped, and they were like, well, the true love of my life died. And then I'm just like, ah, fuck. Like, like, what do you fucking do with that? You can't and then it just like went on to it. And like, and I was like, oh, God damn it. You fucking idiot.
It was a woman.
Yeah.
For some reason that makes it harder too.
Oh no. And I was like, oh, you can't make this funny. Like, like.
Oh. What the fuck? Is she a comedian?
No.
Okay. All right. Listen, if she's a comedian, it's like, fuck her. Keep that shit in your pocket, man.
No, this was a regular person.
It was a normal person.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks, dude.
Yeah. And my producer's like, "Good job, man," in my ear in the IFB, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, man.
Can you edit it out?
Yeah, I hope.
Okay,
yeah,
so it's not like it has
out.
to be in.
No, but it brought the room all weird. Like everyone's like joking around and goofing around, and then it was like,
Oh, brutal. All right, cool. Well, I feel like this was a good one. I'm happy with this. Let me do another quick batch of thank yous. I hate to miss the thank yous, so I just want to quickly do it. Let me do refresh here. Okay, here we go. Flat Moon Theorist. That's actually very clever.
I like that.
That's good. Thanks for the sub. Walt McGinty. Thanks for gifting everybody. I love that. Nagareg, thank you. Toko1414, thank you so much. Young Uncle Nephew, thanks for, look at you going off. Appreciate it. A Wanker89, thank you so much, my friend. Kanye's my favorite Avenger. Thanks for subbing. Toko1414, Pork Sweats, love you guys. Pusherman, thanks for the resub. Bill the Impaler, cool. He says ISIS has a great theme song though. Okay, I don't know it. Double D420 says I fucking love you guys except Zach. All right, love your sketches, including Zach. Okay, cool. Dickhead. Northridge Kid, thanks, my man. Young Uncle Nephew, thank you. All right, that's it. I think that's it.
Here's the thing. We got. Should we read some comments or no?
Yeah, read comments.
All right. People want boingas, but no. Maybe we'll do some on self-suck. That's not a Newsboys thing. We don't do boingas.
You know, tomorrow, somebody who's donated a lot of money they've asked for about a month for you to draw a boinga, and tomorrow you got to do it on self-suck. I promise that you would. Somebody
said, okay, what are they saying? Great stream, guys. Thank you very much. Raid Maddox. People want us to raid Maddox.
Sure. That's good.
Are you a fan of Sam Hyde's comedy?
I am decidedly not. No.
Really?
Sam Hyde? Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know. Or should we leave? Is this the?
No, I don't give a shit. They're asking if we're a fan of his comedy. I'm not a fan.
Someone says, Trevor, don't you have a wedding tomorrow? I do. Like, but that's at 6:00, so I think I can still make the thing at 7. People say Sam Hyde is all right. Okay, so here's the thing. Sam Hyde, I don't really know that much about Sam Hyde. I know the controversy about him getting fired from MDE. I've told you this, that I saw a Facebook message that, because I didn't know that you could send messages on Facebook. This is boomer shit.
But this was 10 years ago you're talking about. This isn't
No,
recent.
no. I'm talking about, this is 3 years ago.
Okay.
Like, and I looked at my like Facebook messages and there was tons of them from years. And I went back and Sam Hyde had messaged me and he was talking about how he's getting a show, like kind of thing. And he was asking like advice or something like that. But I don't know. Like, so, like I like there's a video of his online where he does a TED Talk kind of thing, dressed as like it's pretty funny. Like he dresses like a Roman soldier and it's like, it's obviously like people are, confused by it like that. But I don't know a lot about the controversy with it.
I don't know, man. Whatever.
You know about
He's
it?
also shit talked us. He's
really?
He talked shit on us, yeah. Which
did he
is
say?
fine. That actually doesn't bother me, but
Everyone's talked shit on us.
yeah.
The comedy community does not like us.
That's not true.
I don't think so.
No, I think we're fine. I think like Mark Maron used to give us a really hard time, but I think that was just because he didn't want to share the stage with sketch comedians. He just wanted
That was when we
stand-ups.
were kids, and he was actually like, I was smoking a cigarette outside, and so basically we were doing the same venues as Mark Maron for like a couple months. So he was always coming on after us because he was the headliner, and we were just like running around yelling at each other in dresses and like throwing shit at each other and showing videos. And then he was like, I gotta follow this, like these.
Yeah, he hated us, man.
Yeah, but then I was smoking a cigarette outside a hotel in Vancouver one day, and he came out and he was like, so what are you guys doing like that? And I was like, our show's gonna start in a couple months and we're just kind of just trying to tour like that. And he was like, all right. He was like, well, good luck, and he was like,
I was there for that.
yeah. He was like, you know what? In 5 years, you'll see if you really want to do this or if you don't, which is, I guess, mean,
No. I actually remember him being like, you guys are going to get a real dose of like, because it was our first tour. And he's like,
you're
you're
like 25, 26. And so he's like, all right, you guys are about to get hit in the fucking face with the comedy industry. Like, kind of thing. And I don't know. I didn't take it.
It's true.
I didn't take it meanly. Like,
you know what sucks is that weekend, I remember I spent a whole night with him walking around the city, just having like a heart to heart. Like I thought we were like bonding. In my mind, I was like, I'm making a new friend. And then we had like dinner together and all this shit. And then like 3 years later, we're doing a show with him in Miami. And it was just Whitest Kids, Mark Maron. And backstage, I'm like, Mark! I'm like, hey, man! And he's like, yeah? I'm like, we hung out in Vancouver, and we walked around, and we had dinner together, and we hung out. And he goes, that sounds fun. He, like, had no fucking memory. I was like, I had it all wrong.
I remember at that same hotel in Vancouver, at that same comedy festival, like, a bunch of us, Sam and a bunch of Aubrey. Remember Aubrey?
No, of course. Aubrey Plaza, yeah. No, Aubrey.
No,
Tennant.
not Aubrey
Jesus.
Plaza.
Aubrey Tennant, yeah.
Aubrey Tennant, yeah. So a bunch of people had gone to see the first Jackass movie.
Yeah, I was there.
Okay,
we were
in the theater.
trashed.
Yeah, everybody was super high. I wasn't with you guys. But then we came back to the Vancouver thing and we hotboxed the bathroom. And like, so I'm sitting in the bathtub. And we're just smoking so much fucking pot.
We were so wasted.
And so we're basically high to the point of not being able to put words together. Like, and we go outside and we sit down to get like cigarettes. And we've just done this like, comedy festival. And we did good. We did well. And so this is like our like, hey, congratulations us. Let's get super stoned and be stupid. And so then we're hanging out on the steps, and Janine Garofalo and Mark Maron and David Cross come up. And they're like, oh, because they saw the show, and they're like, oh, how are you guys doing? And we're like, we're good. And Aubrey gets up, and he goes, we just saw this movie. And they're like, oh, what movie? And he goes, it was called The Jackass Movie. And he goes scene by scene and explains the movie. He was like, first they start out where there's these guys and they're like hitting each other. I don't remember what happened in the first movie. He's like,
I remember time froze. I was so mortified.
And he gets about halfway through the movie. Like he stops them and he talks for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then
they're
Janine
just
Garofalo-
watching him just like, what the fuck?
And they're looking at us and we're like super paranoid because they're like the adults in the room. We're 25. We're like, would you please let us into your comedy community? Like, we're just dumb fucks from like a college, but like, we would like to be a part of this.
And I worship David Cross at that point, like big time. Yeah.
And so they just keep looking at him and looking at us, and we're super high. And I'm like, like, you know, and then eventually they just stop him. Like, but this is like 10 minutes in because they can't get away from him. And they're like, are you guys fucking with us? And Aubrey's like, huh? And we're like, he's like, are you fucking with us? What's the bit? Like, you know, they're basically like, what is this joke? What are you doing? Like that. And they look to us and we're just like, and I think we said we're stupid. Like, that's what I think I said. I'm sorry, we're stupid. You know, and then they were like, okay. And they went back into the hotel. And I was just like, oh my God. And we were all mortified.
Yeah,
like,
I remember getting in the
"Those were the
elevator and just being
adults!"
like, that sucked, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
so funny. Oh yeah. Aubrey. Aubrey's the best though. Aubrey, here's a little fun fact about Aubrey. It was Aubrey who was your body double in the autoerotic asphyxiation sketch.
Yeah, because I wouldn't show my butt.
So it was Aubrey's butt in that sketch.
And it's like everybody was pretty chill about their body, but me. Like, because you show your butt in Miss March.
Sure do.
Sam shows his butt like basically every time he picks something up. Like everybody like shows their, you know, but I was like, no, I won't show my butt. So we had to get Aubrey because he's basically the same height as me.
Yeah. All right. Somebody says,
Aubrey-
hang on, I want to address this. Sam Hyde received the same treatment you guys would have if you'd started 10 years later than you did. I actually don't think that's true. I think Sam Hyde had some behavior. Like, he picked a war with Tim Heidecker, which was like the most influential dude at his network. I don't think so, man. But whatever.
So what is that story? I
don't even know. But I mean,
What?
I think that like I don't really know it. I'm not going to get into the whole thing because
I
I'm
know
going to
that
get it
the-
wrong. I don't have all the info.
I know that I like this one video I've seen of his, and I know that the thing got canceled under controversy. What was the show? It was
$1 Million Extreme.
$1 Million Extreme. Yeah, it got canceled under controversy. But I don't. Was he alt-right?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
Is this a comedy avenue not to go down? I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I feel like I'm gonna get people already say, oh, it's called World Peace, so I've already got it wrong. I think it's called $1 Million Extreme World Peace. I have no fucking idea. I don't know. I also don't really care. I don't feel like getting dragged into a fucking
yeah. No, that's the
briar patch.
worst. Isn't that seem to be like what like comedy is now? It's just like people like getting mad. Like, you know, you say something and then they screen grab it and they send it to somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody did that to me. Like, you know, where they're like, they took something I said and then they sent it to the guy that I said it about. And like, I think that anyone who's watching the show like likes us, you know.
No, dude.
And I'm not saying that, like, you know, I guess that's two-faced to say something, but I'm not. I don't want to hurt people's feelings. If I say that I don't like somebody, like, I don't want them to see it, and it's not. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I don't know. Somebody, yeah, whatever. There's so many things I want to address, but you're right. I went for a hike yesterday with a stand-up comedian, and it's like I feel very detached and kind of unplugged from the whole stand-up world. You know, I feel like I don't really like know the scene anymore. And yeah, he's just talking about it's just people are just straight up at war with each other. Like now,
Yeah.
in the comedy scene, just like
No, it's
really
like
pissed
all-
at each other about
The
all kinds of shit.
younger people, you know, and by younger I mean 30s. We're 40. You and I are both 40, like,
Right.
you know, kind of thing. Like, you know, but like even like it just seems like comedy now is just like a lot of gossip and like, you know, kind of like snide. I don't know. But
I mean, it's always been a very
Well-
gossipy community, but it just feels like it's gotten like, I don't know, somehow worse.
Someone says comedians are supposed to be super thick-skinned. What's up with the new culture?
That's a good point. Yeah,
That's a good point.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody says, fuck talking about this random guy. Let's talk Coen Brothers. Yeah, man. All right.
Coen Brothers is shit.
I know.
I was just
watched,
bringing it up because I saw it in the chat a lot.
What's that?
I was just bringing him up because I saw it in the chat a lot.
I know.
And but I do like that one video. I mean, like I don't know the politics, but I do like that one video. It's funny.
Yeah. Thoughts on Dave Chappelle? I mean, dude, I feel
Great.
like Chappelle's show is fucking amazing. And Half Baked, I don't know if I would like it now, but I remember being stoned in high school and laughing as hard as I ever laughed at anything at Half Baked. Were you a fan of
Really?
that?
No.
No. Were you a fan of
No.
Chappelle's show?
Yes, it was
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that show was great.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Somebody says talk about Drake Bell. I mean, we did a whole Drake Bell thing last week, so watch it. It's on our YouTube. All right,
just
man.
half-baked.
I feel like, well, I hate to kind of end it with that like sort of like prickly, lame beat, but I'm also getting tired, so I don't know.
All right. Normally we ended on like a really personal note.
You want to get personal?
Yeah, let's get personal real fast. Like, what if we try to force a Newsboys ending onto this? That could be funny.
Okay.
All right, let's get super personal real quick. Hey.
When was the last time you cried?
Oh, dude.
Oh.
I'm not good at that.
At what? Crying?
Crying. Yeah. There's been so many times where I'm like, oh, I hope I can cry. Right? It would feel so good to cry, but like I'm not good at it.
Really?
Yeah. Like
I feel like
can't
I've
do
seen
it.
you cry like 3 times.
Really?
Yeah. But not like cry, but like tear.
When?
The one that pops out the most to me, this is going to get real personal. All right, ready?
Sure.
All right.
All right.
Was so you and I were like, we did not get along for like, I guess near the end of season 2, going into shooting Miss March, and then like the whole season after that.
You didn't get along with me at the end of season 2?
No, that's not true. No, it was Miss March in the subsequent season.
Yes.
That's what it was. No, you're right.
Right.
So
I thought
it
we
was
got
like,
along.
and we got along during the production of Miss March, but we had like a beef at the end of Miss March,
We
and
felt
then we
part
had
in post-production.
And then we had like a very, very contentious season 3. And then the movie came out after we shot season 3, right?
Right.
And I remember the day the movie came out, it was just so awful because the movie was such a disaster. It got terrible reviews and it flopped, and like we were just really bummed. And I remember though, like we were in Texas, we were like in a hotel, and it was like, I don't even remember who said it to who, but I think it was like, you know what, dude? What?
I think I remember this.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what, man? Like, here's what I think. I was like, maybe like this whole movie has just been such a like a fucking albatross, you know, around our necks, like stressing out about the movie and fighting about the movie, and the movie's coming out, and then we had to just be like locked together like 24 hours a day for like a year and a half, all about the movie. I was like, now that this movie's finally done, you know, whether it came out well or bad or whatever, like maybe we can like fucking start over and be friends again. And I remember, whether I said it to you or said it to me, it was like really deep. It was like a really beautiful moment, and like we like hugged, and we're like, I love you, dude. And you're like, I love you, man. And it was like a very true, genuine, and like I remember you had like a tear in your eye, which like made me so happy. You know, I probably did too.
No, okay.
So it's a happy cry.
Yes, I'm thinking of that in a different way. Like I'm not thinking. I'm thinking of like sad, want to cry.
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
okay.
I do remember that. I remember that hotel room, like the not a hotel room. It was a lobby.
Yeah, it was in the lobby, which was weird.
Yeah,
there
I
were
remember.
people all around, and we were having
I
like a
remember
very yeah.
Yeah, it was very nice. But no, I'm thinking of it differently. Like, you know, as like a sad cry.
Okay.
Because the thing is, like, sometimes when you're so sad, you want to cry.
Right.
Like, and I can't fucking do it. Like, that's the thing where I was like, it's like, oh my God, you see me cry? Like, how? Like,
No, I've never seen you sad cry.
yeah.
I don't think.
And I've wanted to so many times. Like,
Really?
yeah, like, but it doesn't fucking work.
You
Like,
you just go be alone, close the door, and just like try and fake it, and then maybe it happens.
oh, I've tried so many times. I've been like, you know, like when you're sad, you're like, be so sad, like, you know, like make it fucking, you know, and it's like nothing. I say fucking.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're constipated. You're emotionally constipated.
I'm iduct constipated.
Yeah.
Yeah. When was the last time you cried?
I think the last time I really wept was when my dad died. I cried. Yeah.
See, that's surprising to me too. I mean, it's not, and it is, because you were always so callous about it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, basically for the last 10 years, you're like, well, my dad's about to die.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
And I will also say I think I cried a lot less than I feel like maybe was. Who knows how much you're supposed to cry when your father dies, but like.
Oh, but isn't that like the main thing that people say when like when people die is that they're like, don't beat yourself up if you don't think that you were sad enough.
Sure.
You know, because that's like a thing that everyone goes through. Like,
it was weird though for that one. Like I felt it very intensely. Like first of all, I had a very sobby conversation with him like the day before he died, and then he died, and I think I cried for like 10 minutes because I had to shoot. I was shooting the pilot for Rec. He died while I was in Puerto Rico filming. So that day he died in the morning.
What a fucking asshole.
He died in the morning, and then I had to go do a fucking comedy show. And I was the lead of the show. I had to do like a monologue, do the whole thing. It was fucking insane.
Horrible. It's inappropriate, honestly.
Yeah.
Like he could have waited.
Well, you know what was really dark is so he was in hospice. He was going to die any moment, and I called him the day before, and he answered the phone. I'm in Puerto Rico shooting, and he goes, "You coming up?" And I was like, "No."
Oh shit! He wanted you to come up.
Yeah, but what you don't know is that he had a false alarm like 2 months prior, and I flew to Florida to say goodbye to him. So I'd already done it. And by the way, this is a man for chat who anyone doesn't. This is a man who never called me my whole adult life ever, except for one time on my birthday, and he was trying to call someone else, and it was just coincidence that he called me on my birthday. So like, it's not. I'm not a psycho in this instance.
No, you had a bad dad.
So
is that fucked up that I just said that?
No, not at all. Not at all. Dude, no.
Just as a guy who's known you for a while.
Yeah.
Like, you know, kind of thing. Yeah.
Anyway, so that was pretty heavy when he was like, "Are you coming?" And I was like, "No, like I already did it." Yeah. Ugh. But so anyway, what I was going to say, so he died. I cried like fucking crazy for 10 minutes, and then I stopped. I got in the van, I went to work, I shot my show, and I didn't cry again. Like I got it out.
How was the scene?
What?
How was the scene? Did you hit all the jokes? Did you hit the turn?
I think it was fine.
Was it funny?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. I mean, if your dad dying right before you go on, like, you're a fucking pro, dude. That's great.
You know what's really fucked up? This is a fucked up moment from that day. So like I was sitting.
Can I grab another battery? Like,
yeah.
I don't want to fuck up our sad momentum.
No, it's all right. Like, it's good. Yeah. Nate, what do you mean I never miss? What does that mean? Zach never misses. Oh, is that? Oh, I'm always I'm a laser dude. Thanks, Chad. Everyone's being very sweet. That's very nice of you. Zach is pretty fucked up. Okay, all right, fair enough.
I'm back.
But it's funny. So that like I'm sitting there. I remember the first thing we were shooting is I'm sitting there around this bonfire, right? And this is in a scene that we're shooting that morning. So everyone on set, the word is spread, Zach's dad just died. People don't know how to deal with it. Some extra, like the extras know. Like it was kind of obnoxious, honestly. Like everyone's like, that guy's fucking dad just like died today. And I remember like I'm sitting there and this extra is like next to me is like, "Hey, I just want you to know I'm really sorry about your father." And I was like, "Thanks, man. Thanks very much. Thank you." And it was like really nice and I liked it. And then like that night in the pilot, I do have this monologue. I have to be like, "Everyone stop." And I like deliver this monologue and I'm really like in the zone. And like right before the first take, that same extra came up and he put his hand on me like right before action. He was again behind me. And he goes, "How you feeling about your dad?" And I was like, no, dude, don't say that to me. Don't do that right now. And I was like super rude, but it was like
then it also goes, but it goes immediately from somebody who's like, "Hey, we're all human beings. Like I hear this happen. That's horrible." To somebody who's like, "I'm trying to make a thing between you and me."
Yeah.
Like,
and the timing was so fucked, dude. And I was pretty mean.
That sucks.
Yeah, it sucked. Hype Train level 3? What the fuck, guys? We're about to end this shit, dude.
Yeah, we're talking about depressing shit. Maybe this should just be Depressed Boys.
Depressed Boys. Well, that's Sam's show, right? The Depressed Losers?
Yeah, but we're not losers.
Depressed Winners? We should call our show the Depressed Winners. Oh, God. That's stupid. Yeah. Sam's dad died. Someone in chat is talking about. Yeah.
That's true. That's a very tragic thing.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, everybody in comedy is kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a trope, but it really is true. And the people who aren't like, their parents are fucking billionaires.
I know, because like, do you really think? I mean, obviously, I guess it's a coping mechanism, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You gotta be funny, like because you're sad, and then you have to you have to find the funny.
Right.
Because otherwise it's just a bleak, gray, like miserable kind of thing. So you have to keep yourself on this planet. You have to keep yourself kind of.
Do you feel like depression? I know we both have dealt with depression in our lives. Do you feel like your depression has waned as you've gotten older and had a child and blah blah blah?
Well, having a child is fucking great.
Right.
Like it is a huge, like, because basically you take your own ego and your own, like, you stop caring about yourself so much, which is huge. Like, I mean, I can't overstate how great that is.
Yeah.
But then you just worry about this other person, which is just a whole nother like thing of nightmares kind of thing.
That's why, honestly, that's why I haven't had a kid yet, because I just feel like I'm too worried about the even idea of having a kid. It just terrifies me.
Like the planet and everything.
Yeah, everything. Just the whole everything.
I don't buy that. Like, like, I mean, I'm not saying I don't buy climate change. I buy all of that. But I mean, like, I don't think that should stop anyone from having a kid.
Dude, I don't have a kid because what if he gets hit by a car? Like that shit. You know what I mean? That
is what you end up. You transfer this, like, oh, what if I get like cancer? And you put it into what if something happens to this person who I care more about than myself? Kind of thing. So it's just trading.
Ugh.
It's just trading horror for horror.
Good Lord. Zach, have a kid for the hype train. Okay, if we get to level 500%, I'll have a kid. Fine, fuck it. Yeah.
Is that it? Are we done?
Yeah, that was good. We stuck that landing. We fucking did it.
We actually fucking, like, I was joking. I was like, what if we try to get deep at the end, because we normally do? Like, it was like, but it wasn't natural. I was like, what if we did it? And then it just fucking happened.
Yeah, man.
Actually,
hey. That's because we're fucking pros. All right, buddy. Trevor,
we're the flagship show.
All right, my man.
They can try to, like, Zucchini Boys, Self Suck Saturday. Sam and Darren have a show coming out pretty soon.
Yeah.
Like, they can all try, but everyone who's here knows what time it is.
It's a goddamn flagship show.
Yeah.
Goddamn flagship.
All right.
Hey, by the way, before you hop off, watch some of those other Steve Coogan, Alan Partridge shows on HBO Max, man. They're phenomenal. There's like 5 of them.
Did you you don't like Star Wars?
I don't like Star Wars.
Oh man, I watched The Mandalorian.
You love it?
Oh my god, this is the greatest episode I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's the greatest Star Wars thing I've ever seen in my life, because I've been waiting for this thing to happen for 37 years. It's fucking great.
How many seasons are we into on The Mandalorian? It's just one?
It's the beginning of the second.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. People say it was amazing. I'm a fucking dork when it comes to Star Wars.
Yeah,
I fucking love Star Wars. Yeah. Yeah. No spoilers. Go watch it. It's fucking out. It's been out for 24 hours. All right.
All right.
Zach, love you, buddy.
Love you, buddy. This was good. We did it.
Bye.
All right. Later, man. Oh, chat. I'm gonna raid.
Yeah. Who are we raiding? I want to see the raid.
Hang on. Who did we want to raid? Somebody said, Maddox.
Oh yeah. Let's raid Maddox.
Okay. Cool. If he's on.
All right, I'm gonna leave and I'm just gonna watch the Twitch stream to see.
Yeah, do it.
Like, if
wait, is he Maddox67?
Every time. Oh, also, I think is Maddox controversial?
Is he?
We just know him from the old days.
Well, he's. We could raid Rongina. Rongina is playing Escape from Tarkov with 1 viewer. Why don't we raid Rongina?
We always raid Rongina. Let's raid Maddox.
I've only raided Rongina 1 time.
Let's raid Maddox.
Maddox is not on.
Okay.
So
let's raid. Just don't raid Sasha. What's her fucking name?
No, we're never raiding her again. No. Let's do Rongina. People want it.
All right, let's do Rongina.
All right, cool.
Bye, dude.
All right, later, buddy.
Bye.
Starting the raid. Oh, great. Everyone's looking at my fucking email. Oh, no. Good. I changed it. Raid now. All right. Later, dudes. This was awesome. We'll do Self-Select Saturday tomorrow. Peace.